You are late. Not as late as Galgrim, though.
I just assumed he's not going to be here.
I blame his walking speed. We're on an airship. I don't care. I blame his walking speed.
I blame his mental capacity.
I blame his lack thereof.
Wow. Wow. Wubsy. None of you have older. No. I don't think Naughty's kid is old enough to know Wow Wow Wubsy. Yeah, my son loved him.
Sophie may not know who he is, but Naughty does.
Oh, Naughty still watches it.
Nope. Never heard of it. What is it?
Some dumb cartoon.
Oh, all right. Nope. Never seen it. Any other cartoons out there that Mystic was telling me that he grew up on? Fairly Odd Parents or something?
Yeah.
I remember that one.
That I never saw because it was in between our generation.
Yeah, but the thing with Galgrim on that is he is a fairly odd person, so you need to take that hat off, Glizzik.
No, you really don't want me to. If the hat comes off, the camera goes off.
Turn it around or something. I don't want to see the Bills.
Nope. No, you should.
All right.
You should love to see them win all the playoffs.
They're not gonna.
Could be.
But all right. Everyone, go ahead and roll me a 20-sider.
I'm waiting for characters to come up, but I can roll you one outside of a character.
Yeah, that's fine.
By the power of 4 combined, we
It
win.
like stopped on a 19 and then just last half second decided now one.
If you rolled that Raz, we didn't see it. At least I didn't. Was it in the
I
box?
did not see it.
It was. I just dropped it straight in.
It's in the box.
There it is.
I just did another one, but I didn't see it pop up.
Yeah, that's how mine was too. I did the 12 that I rolled early. Didn't show until quite some time later.
All right, I need Sakara and Glizzy to roll another 20 for a roll off.
Go for 10.
It bounced out.
Jack dice. I want to keep tying.
Alrighty. Last week was low to high, so tonight's high to low. Mr. Kruger. Roll me a 1d17. I didn't even see you roll it.
No, you can't roll it. You just do /roll and it just pops up.
Cheater. You're cheating.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Kruger. You have 1 minute to tell me, who does Kane worship?
Narul, the Reaper.
That is correct. Alright, Raz, roll me a 1d16.
/roll 1d16. I got a 7, and the characters just popped up.
Alright, Raz. This one we've had before.
And I'm about to get it wrong.
Probably. All right, Razavir, you have 1 minute to tell me, what did Galgrim find in the woods while waiting for Kruga's duel?
Oh, that's a good one, because I don't think I actually remembered this at all.
The real question is, did he ever tell anyone?
Oh, yeah.
I don't recall it.
No, that's what he left, Glizzik.
If a dwarf poos in the wood, does it stink?
If a dwarf poos in the wood, does he even really matter?
What you,
The closest thing I can think of that's at least somewhat adjacent, though I don't think the timeline matches, is he found, what is it, Zakara's sibling to apprentice?
no.
But I don't think that matches up.
No, that was before the game started.
Yeah. See, I didn't know about that part either. I thought that was relatively recent.
Nope.
But Galgrim never talks about himself, so
Wow, that I can't help that.
even when we try to have Galgrim talk about himself, he doesn't want to talk about himself.
Oh, well, that's part of it because his backstory is not very deep. But all right, Glizzik, 1d15.
9.
All right, Glizzik, you have 1 minute to tell me, what was the name of the former Duke of the Northern Realms?
The one that we displaced? Essentially. Okay.
Displaced is a strong word. And maybe even the wrong one.
He wasn't a duke. I thought he was a baron. You're talking about the guy we took over for.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking to stop about, because otherwise, Duke Medson's the current one.
"15 seconds.
Can't throw through Discord fast enough. Not gonna make. We're gonna go with Jacob.
That is correct.
Yeah, I was all like, come on, man. Come on.
It came with the last second.
All right,
Definitely a J word.
All right, Zakara, 1d14. I put Duke, but he could have been a Baron. I don't remember.
The key there for me was word former to know who
Yep.
you're talking about. Because I'm like, otherwise it's the guy we talked to, essentially. You know,
And that's why I didn't want to say that's who it was in case, because
Well,
kind of gives it away.
if he was duke, he was on par with the guy that like gave us the property, essentially.
Correct.
Which wouldn't make sense in a feudal system.
Well, yeah, because they both report to a king.
Maybe they went.
But yeah,
power,
but the
just
way that
increases
works is
on
like
rank.
typically you have kings and then dukes, and then below that is barons, and it like continues to go down from there.
Just like Kruga. Always going down. All right, Kruga. You're gonna answer Zakara's question for her, okay?
You can't say that with his baby here.
All right, Zakara. You got 1 minute to tell me. This one's also a repeat. What is the name of Galgrim's new animal companion?
Zenith.
That is correct.
I wrote it down last
the bird.
Glad he killed us last time.
I like every time like I hear that, I was like, why is it not Zephyr?
He
I know, I
he
kept
calls
thinking
it
that
Zephyr
too.
half the time too.
It's a typo.
Probably.
The same way Galgrim was Galgrim, Galgrom, Gregor.
All right. Party earned 3 points.
No thanks to Raz.
You're welcome. I'll send you my consultation fee.
There you go. There's the points for what you can spend tonight. You have a whopping 3.5 points.
I had the hardest question out of all of them.
I didn't see you answering the missed one.
Because you were supposed to answer it.
I think I'd be fine with just skipping the session, but I could understand if people want to spend a hero point as well.
We're just planning on having a shopping session at this point through Hills for, as far as I know, right?
Well, I don't know how long that'll really take ultimately, since I don't know what everyone else had planned, but mine's like 2 stops and I'm done.
2 stops and he's done. But an hour of real time later.
It's not my fault you don't consolidate the options and give me what I want.
Yes, I should have an inventory for every shop ever thought of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Call yourself a DM.
Use it game to game.
Should have an inventory of the cheese stock the mice have in the basement.
Well, I do have that.
We don't have mice in the basement because we have cats.
No. They have a deal. See, they're cutting you out.
Like Garfield, he made a deal with the mice because he was too lazy to chase them.
Yep. Galgrim told the cats not to kill the mice.
Because they pay rent.
No, why? That's part of nature.
I think he's on his phone.
He is.
Can't really understand him. Is your Bluetooth on?
I'll have you listening to that.
It's okay. I speak Dwarven. I'll translate for him. He's not here yet. He's on his way, though.
All right, so you guys have 3.5 points to spend. What do you spend all your points on?
I say bank him.
Bang him.
Bank.
One episode
Bank,
without
bank,
the
bank,
extra hero
bank,
point.
bank, bank,
All
bank.
right.
This is the one where we wipe because we
Right.
still have.
Yep.
Gotta be misers with them.
I say bank him so we can earn that fat interest.
There's no interest, but
Mystic, what did Galgrim find in the woods when Kruger was fighting in one of his monk fights?
His religion.
You can't hear me now. I can't do anything.
We can't hear him now. He can't tell us anything.
I heard something about sleeping.
I don't know. He'll eventually be online. You can ask him then.
Yeah, but
Galgrim, these sending stones suck. We need better ones.
I'll be on in like a half hour. I'm just gonna
I'll be
listen
on.
in.
He'll be on me for half an hour. Sweet.
All right. Everyone give
You guys can
yourself
listen in.
everyone give yourself 1 hero point.
Cha-ching.
1 hero point only efficiently.
That's right.
The companions don't get a hero point.
They
correct?
do not. Only PCs can ever have hero points.
Only real people who matter.
But if you
Got it.
play them, then that makes them a player character.
No.
What the fuck?
If you buy the special hero points that are items, you can give them to them, but they do not get
would
the
like-
hero point.
I have a very critically. I need this question.
They're not origin characters, bio.
No, I need this answered, Zargan. What is the physical item that represents that hero point that we can give physic?
He wants to give her a ring.
I mean, he said it's an item. I just want to picture it in my head correctly. It's like a little soul goblet.
Or
It-
or
it's-
or a gummy paper swan.
It's crystalline determination.
Here, let me find the one that I think you have, Raz, and then I'll throw it away.
I just want to know what I need to picture in my head.
My penis.
Didn't we have that bronzed?
Yes, but it's very small.
That's
No,
a D4.
That was Georgia.
It's not that big.
That was George. Yeah, that was a gavel.
We could thank Krim for that one. Hand that man the reins of a Zemitzi and things get kind of weird.
Well, yeah, it's Krim. Come on. Alrighty. Would anyone other than, let's see, who can I, other than Glizzik or Raz, like to do a recap from last session?
Mystic, obviously.
Go for it, Mystic. You won't be able to say you're wrong.
No, I can't.
It's like the teachers from Peanuts.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
The answer is 12.
I'm eating at the moment.
I'll do it.
Go for it.
So Kane officially introduced herself to us. She's from the Korax clan. And Kruga told her how he doesn't remember anything, and we learned how she was stabbed in the stomach, thrown overboard, and taken down to live with the fish people. Kruga introduced all of us to her. Divvied up the loot from last time. Upon waking the next day, Kane found that her skin was much rougher, like bark, and everyone else who ate the fruits also experienced changed or felt different. We went to Port Pier, and Galgrim and Glizzik both tried to cast a restoration spell on Kruga, so he could try to regain his memories. Neither of those worked, and Raz and Zakara sold off a few items in town. Kruga and Connie went walking around the dead meat, but didn't remember anything new. And then we decided from here we were going to go to Hildport before going back to Victor.
And throw a big downtime in the middle of my plans.
Weren't those your plans?
Always.
2 days. Big downtime.
No, more than 2.
14
Hey,
days.
switch to a different audio thing. Is this better?
That is much
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it is much better.
I know, like,
Okay.
when I'm in like my car, apparently when I'm on Bluetooth, you guys can't hear me at all.
What?
Okay,
So-
Mystic, recap, go.
So my car has like a built-in like phone speaker thing in it, and it works really well for phone calls. But apparently Discord doesn't pick up the audio very well. So I
Yeah.
switched over to my like earbud, and apparently that works, and you guys can hear me. So
Quick, ask him a question.
I can't. He didn't roll.
somebody roll for me. Actually, I rolled a 12. That's what I rolled.
Yes,
Can't see it.
yes,
but I rolled it on
Mystic.
see.
We can see it because I rolled for you and I got a 12.
Nice.
Just before you said that, I rolled the die and it landed on it. He goes, I rolled a 12. I'm like, yes, you did.
All right. I'll give you a question.
Okay.
Why are you the way you are?
There's no answer for that one.
We roll a 1. Oh.
Why are you streaming? Oh, for him?
If I
He's
show my screen,
driving.
can you see it
I'm
though?
driving. I can't watch. No,
Oh,
I can't watch. I'm driving.
Nadi, you're a bad influence.
I'm
Well,
closer
just in
to
case you-
Io's house than I'm going to
If,
be over.
if you get to a stop sign or a red light and you want to check what's going on in the game, you have the option.
Yeah.
All right, Galgrim, you
Well,
have.
in a minute, I'm gonna be all highway driving. So.
All right, Galgrim, you have 1 minute. Let me see. Where's the question? To tell me what is the name of Kruga's father?
I can't even like throw a guess out there.
You sure?
Yeah, I mean, like the first thing, like the only thing I can come up with is bitch face McGee. So
Close. All right, that'll be a 0. Party only has 3.5 points still, thanks to Raz and Galgrim.
You're welcome.
Now we know what the question is.
Yeah, the higher number questions are all the newer stuff. You guys need to start rolling lower ones.
No, I don't roll low until it's time for combat.
No, you only roll low when you spend a hero point. There's the difference.
Well, maybe we can use hero points on our questions then.
But you don't have any when you roll those.
I mean, it depends on how many you used the last session.
No,
We have any left over in the gun? Why not?
no, they go away.
Ain't going anywhere. They ain't going anywhere.
All right. First thing I want to do is Zakara. I need you to go to the character selection screen and grab Ferris 2.0.
Say Ferris.
Stronger, faster, more vampire fire.
No, I was looking over him when I was trying to level him up, and some stuff didn't look right, so I have to redo him. So he's only level 1 at the moment with no class or nothing. I just want you to take ownership of him.
Double click, but maybe it takes a while.
No,
Sir, have no plan.
you got him.
Oh, okay.
I see him up in the corner,
I do not.
and it has your name tagged on him. You're probably downloading him. All right, Galgrim, I need you to click on one.
I'll do it half hour when I get home.
No, now.
Pull up Glizzy
I
stream
will-
and click on it.
Yeah, let me just do that real quick.
All right. While you're driving. All right.
Pull out my laptop from the back seat. Download Fantasy Grounds.
What? What do you mean download? You don't already have it?
Not on my laptop.
You
So he
suck.
needs update.
All right.
While I'm driving 60,000.
Exactly. Fable, quit talking.
In that little street.
I think that's the first time I've ever actually heard talking to the mic.
Yeah, I tricked her.
I think she's speaking Orcish though.
She said, "Kneel before me in fear for your life."
Like I said, Orcish. All right. It is late morning, it's basically midday on the 14th. You guys are leaving Port Kier, climbing onto your airship to head over to Hillsford. It's going to be roughly a 6-day trip. So anything anyone wanted to do before we left?
Not before we left, though.
All right.
I did have a question for the sheet, though, Zargan. You
I
mentioned
knew it.
adding an extra effect onto these things, so for like a self-double duration thing. Am I able to do that?
No, you have to edit the item.
So, okay, so you have to do it.
Yep.
Okay.
Real
that's all.
quick, as a reminder, I think we did want to talk to the priest just to reestablish what his name was in Port Kier.
I thought we knew it.
I wasn't sure if we did. I know it came up as a question. We kind of blanked on it. If you have it in your notes, it's fine, but I don't remember.
Father Welgar brine-handed.
Oh, yeah, because we made
I have it
fun of
here.
it being Brian-handed. Yes, okay.
And then he took his peg leg off and beat you with it.
Exactly.
And since you're Glizzik, you have about two hit points.
And I gave him 1 copper for the experience. Yes,
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I have another.
Bless you, my child. Whap!
And good old goblin foam.
Yep. All right. You guys climb on board the Usurper's
just real quick.
Revenge? What? What now what?
When Kruger and Kana get back, because they were doing a little bit more than just going dead meat, you notice that Kane is outfitted for battle now.
Lingerie.
She's wearing a chain kini. No, but she's wearing a breastplate, and she has a 2-handed scythe strapped to her back, and you notice a sickle on her side as well.
And a backpack.
And a backpack. Can't forget the backpack.
That's
Maybe
where
Bjorn?
Morgana went.
Pack. All right. Everyone climbs on board the ship. Rebecca gives some orders, and they take off, heading west. So, let me see here. So, downtime. I'm going to do Galgrim's. I'm going to do them in groups. You know, the travel to Hild 4, then travel to Lark Point. But I'm going to break them up into different sections. So we're going to do Galgrim first, between Port Kier and Hild 4. He does nothing. Yay! And there's much rejoicing.
Earn income.
Who's paying him?
Choice.
The crew. We give them
No.
money. They got to spend somewhere.
No, unless you guys are paying him, there's no earned income on the ship.
We pay them every month.
Exactly. So if he does earned income on your ship, you're paying him. That's how that works. Interesting, huh? All right. I just want to do him first because he was doing nothing. Kruger's also basically doing nothing.
What? I'm also earning income.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's basically doing nothing. He's
Hey,
doing content.
Kruger, want to wrestle a bear while everyone else is doing shit?
I'm pretty sure I win.
Doesn't mean it wouldn't be fun.
Until one of you falls off the ship.
No, we can both fly. It's fine.
Yeah,
Barony cannot fly.
I was gonna wild shape.
Into a bear, yes. And then how are you going to fly?
Basically, God.
Wild shape again.
Splat.
I'd wrestle
I have
Goblin.
the staff. I can wild shape twice.
Splat.
Yeah, you fall. I think you fall first.
You fall 500 feet the first round. Instantly.
Yeah, I think it's just like D&D. You just fall instantly. It's kind of weird.
But.
So
Alright.
just make sure I prep feather falling first.
While you're a bear. Yeah. You can't cast while you're an animal. You can maybe trust Glizzik to feather fall you.
Now,
Just fanning himself with 8 scrolls of Featherfall.
Yep.
He's been crafting on this trip.
all I'm hearing is we need to have fly the boat at like 600 feet altitude. So
Bring us up to 501 feet, please.
Nope. Sorry, you're passing over a mountain. There you go, Splat. Alright, Mr. Glizzik, you are next. So Galgrim and Kruger are basically doing nothing.
I'm
I mean,
sure
Kruger could wrestle a dragon instead. Then I'd be able to fly.
All right. You wanted to invent some new food.
Correct.
That
I
is the
need
only.
guinea pigs.
That is the
for my
only
new
thing
food
you.
concoction.
That's the only thing you sent me for your entire downtime.
For this, yep. I think I count for extra parts going from Hillsford back to Invictus.
Like it's a campsite activity to discover new recipes or something like that.
He can do it. I mean, it's a downtime thing.
Put tents up on the deck of the ship.
And you wanted to make some meat tubes, correct?
Correct. Meat tuber.
All right. Mark off a gold and a half.
Done.
All right. And do you wish to rush it? The base for this is 4 days.
No, I can take the 4 days to do it. That's fine.
All right. 4 days goes by. You pay your gold and a half, which you just paid. And now make me a cooking check. Your DC is 18.
Whatever will you do?
Which means basically you could anything but a 1. Oh, I
You
thought
tried.
it was a 7, but I thought it was a 1.
Yeah. There's a 1 there, but also a 5, so we're okay.
Yep. All right. So you owe another gold and a half. You can continue working on it for day 5 to finish it, or you can pay that right now.
I'd like to keep working on day 5.
All right.
I'm tired of eating the same food every meal.
It's like I just keep working the sausage into almost everything. Breakfast, guess what? We're having pancakes and sausage.
All right. You on
Bangers and mash.
the end of day 5, which is basically just about before you guys get to Hilford, because it's about a 5.5 day, and you guys are using a half day. Then, you finish that recipe, and now you're able to make those. I will add it to your cookbook next time, but I can add it to you now.
So I'm learning how to make sausages, folks. Because we always find so many different types of meat. Definitely can make sausage out of most meat. So
All right, it's on your cooking list on your action tab.
cool. And the sausage's effect will be that it'll help us get rid of persistent damage that we get affected by. It lowers the DC of the flat check to get rid of it for us, which is nice.
Yep. All right, that's so Gliss, for the trip to Hillsford. Gliss spends most of his time in the galley and taking samples to all the crew. And anyone in the party who was also wishes to partake in his experiments.
I would gladly try some.
Food's food.
Sausages for the kitty, yeah.
I feel like I'm busy with my own thing. Outside of routine meals, I'm probably not going to be around much.
Gnomes are like that.
I eat sausage in between bear wrestling matches.
Are you actually wrestling Barony or Galgrim?
Well, Galgrim's gonna do it, and it'd be Galgrim.
That is fine. Galgrim, are you wrestling Kruga, or are you gonna make Barony do it?
I'm wrestling Kruga.
Alright.
Also, if you're worried about falling off, I can wrestle as dragons. That's also cool.
Oh, I heard something about falling off and something a dragon.
He said he'd wrestle him like as in dragon form, so he doesn't have to worry about falling off and crashing to his doom.
Ah. Let me make a note of this.
How big is a dragon? Like
Think
what
3x3.
size? Okay.
I believe they're
3 feet by
huge.
3 feet.
I think they're
Not
huge.
much of a dragon, Misty.
Yeah. I think they're 3x3. They might be 4x4.
I think it's 3x3 to start with, and eventually you get big enough you get to 4x4.
I
It's
think
like
it
an 8th
depends
level
on.
spell.
I think it depends on the age. So yeah. What does it turn you into?
You are. I know it says in here somewhere.
And I can only do it a couple of times a day because I don't have the feat yet for dragon form, so I have to use my spell slots for it. My 6th level spell slot, so I can do it twice a day essentially.
I don't see where it says what the size is.
Okay, so for archives, it says dragon form is large.
Oh, you're just
Okay.
a baby dragon.
Oh, so 2x2.
Yep. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, the heightened one lets you be huge, but that's 8th level spell.
Ah.
Okay.
As long as you're
there
not
you
gargantuan, I can grapple you. So
All right.
I think I get gargantuan when I get kaiju form.
That next up is Razavir. He wants to decipher some scrolls that he keeps failing on.
Well, I've only failed 2 of them once.
Correct.
I will wrestle one of the scrolls in order to soften it up for him.
You destroy the scroll. That was worth 5 million gold.
Put his hand right through it, didn't he?
But
That's what
hey,
decipher means, right?
you saved the
To
one
take
that's
apart.
you saved the one that's worth 5 copper. Good job.
Woo!
All right, Raz. You got 2 scrolls. We'll just do them right in order for 1 each day. So go ahead and roll me 2 alchemy checks.
Off to a good start.
You don't want a hero point that one.
Nope.
You good with both of those?
I'm good with both of them.
All right, that is 2 days wasted. You learn you don't decipher them.
Tricky handwriting, these ones.
And then you also said you wanted to reverse engineer something.
With the spare time. If there's no spare time.
There's 3 days, 3.5, basically three days left of this trip.
We're going to keep working scrolls until there's no scrolls to work.
Oh, okay.
Work.
Okay, back to scroll number 1. Go ahead and roll it. Nice.
Oh my god, you finally did it.
He did it.
That makes it only a regular failure instead of a critical failure.
There we go, back to normal.
Yeah, that's 2 more. Maybe the DC was 34 instead of 32.
All right, Raz. I'm going to pop it up just so it pops up for you. That's the one you just deciphered. Did it pop up for you?
Yes it did. Oh, neat. This is a good one.
Is it?
Yeah, because now because it also allows you to breathe underwater.
Yeah.
So with Extend Elixir, that's a 2-hour duration now.
Yep, for you.
For me.
All right, and your roll on your second scroll is a failure. So you have 1 day left to try the last scroll again.
Let her roll. Womp. That will be a hero point.
Okay.
You only got the 1 though.
That's fine.
That is a failure.
God damn, dude.
This is a high level one.
Yeah, the reason I failed it the first time, and the second time, and the third time.
I want to give it a try.
You fail.
Damn it.
Guys,
But I have Jack of all trades.
I could just
Take a look
feed it to Maeve and she'll learn it. I mean, it'll be fine.
Just look at the text on the freaking thing and you just have a nosebleed. You haven't even focused in on any text yet.
But that goes with most writing that isn't a picture for Karuga. All right, that brings us to our cat. She wants to transfer some armor ruins.
Ruin.
Yes.
Ruins. She wants to ruin someone's armor. She wants
Let
to.
it be me.
She wants to ruin Glizzik's clothes. Am I correct? You want to transfer the +2 potency from the wooden breastplate to Glizzik's explorer clothes, correct?
Yes.
Should bring me all the way up to 21.
All right, that'll be 53 gold up front.
Which I will ask Lizzie to pay.
I think he's sleeping.
She said she was going to pay for it. I can pay her back then.
Were you getting hold of me?
No,
Okay.
we're making fun of Glizzik.
53 gold.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. That'll take 1 day of your time. So go ahead and roll me a crafting check. Your DC is 28. That is good. All right. So you can transfer it right now and pay the other 53. And I believe you want to work off the other 4 days, right?
Yes, 5.
Well, there's only 5 days of actual working time available on the trip. So it's 1 day to transfer it, and then you'd have 4 more. Because it's like about 5.5 half days for the trip.
Okay.
So each day you work on it, you'll remove, since you did not crit, you'll remove 10 gold. So after 4 more days of working on it, there's 13 more gold that's owed. Unless you want to continue working on it. But this will cut into your other stuff.
I'll just work on it the 4 days. Sorry, it's more expensive.
Alright, 13 more gold, Glizzik. Alright.
What the market? I give her 4 stars on Yelp.
Nice.
I have no idea how I'm going to add that to the armor. Or are you going to do it?
Do what?
Oh, to Zargan, I didn't know how to add the +2 to the explorer's clothes.
It should be done. I gave you a new item.
Okay, cool. See the difference reflected in the AC. Cool.
Alright. So that is done. And you guys are now at town. So everybody had lots of stuff to do in town. Since Zakara went last on the trip here, she goes first in town. So the first thing is your broker stuff, right, Zakara?
Yeah.
Alright, which broker do you want to use? Mateo, the guy you've had for a while, or George? George with a J.
I'll give 1 to each of them.
Okay. So for your first formula for the pearl, who's that going to?
Mateo.
Alright. Alright. Mark off 25 gold. Gotta pay that up front.
Only 25?
Yep. He takes your order and he'll try to have it ready. As soon as he can, he'll let you know. He wants to know where you're going, where in town are you going to be?
How long does you think it will take?
Probably a couple weeks. Base time is roughly 1 day per level of the item.
Our old headquarters is just rubble, isn't it?
Yep.
Hey, we could probably throw away those keys now out of our inventory, huh? All this weight we're carrying.
Yeah, all that weight. Yep.
Hmm.
Valis had a whole ring of keys that he was carrying around.
Could I have him deliver it to castle?
You mean to where you are now? Or to the castle in town? Remember, when he delivers it, he gets paid. So who's going to pay him the money?
I didn't think about this.
I know. So anyone else who was using a broker, you be thinking about it too.
Okay, back to me.
Okay. We will bounce up to Raz.
Oh, hi.
Hi. So, you want to browse formulas.
Yep, particularly
Those ones you gave
the
me?
rarer the better. Well, the rarer the better. You asked for a list. I'm like,
I know.
there's a lot,
Because I'm
but-
not going to just pick out, the 4,000 alchemy recipes and decide which ones out of that list that they have.
So I picked out about a lot out of that list. Gave it to you.
You gave me 10.
Most of them are, top 10.
Grab me 10 20-siders all at once and roll them.
Oh boy. That's a lot of dice.
Well, it's one for each item.
See, we're still knocking out a lot of single digits here.
All right, on your list. 1, 2, 3. They have 3 of them. Not bad for being how, about less than a month ago, they didn't even have a guild house anymore.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Winston's out of the way.
Well, that's because someone killed him. Oh, that's right. No, he died of his wounds. That's right.
Yep, he died of his wounds tragically. Nothing could be done.
Uh-huh.
Beyond all reasonable science.
Into the realm of unreasonable alchemy. All right, Mr. Raz. Star Grenade is available. It is 70 gold. Just let me know yes or no on it.
Yes.
The Energy Mutagen is available. Also 70 gold. And the mnemonic acid is available for 25 gold.
No, wait, really?
Yeah.
I didn't think that shit would be available.
I put them all in an order and you rolled.
You said 70.
No, for this one is only 25.
Yeah.
So 165 gold total for the three. All right, I'll
165.
165. They'll be in your list for next session. Because I probably have to make them up and put them in the game. And I didn't want to make them up for all of them in case, you rolled really shitty and you kind of did.
Okay, I took the gold. Sweet.
What the actual fuck is this thing you just got, Rez?
Which one?
The mnemonic acid.
It's fucking fantastic is what it is. You ever want to drink a person?
Drink a person?
Well, I mean, specifically...
What did I give you?
Did you look at it?
No.
It's fucking awesome, dude. Look at it. It's totally freaking, like, at the whim of the DM to be whether or not it'd be useful or not, but it just sounds so fucking cool.
Use it on an elder brain.
I mean, I feel like that would probably be a dangerous idea.
What, do you want to live forever?
Hold my illithid.
Why, yes, Valkyrie, I do.
Yeah. I feel like this wouldn't work with quick alchemy since it has to be used by the start of your next turn. But
Yeah, because it takes 2d10 minutes.
yeah. But yeah, up to 20 minutes to do this, but 10% of a brain cooked in this stuff and then you drink it, you just get a random memory.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, you have no control over which memory you experience, although such visions are almost always of memories that were meaningful to the owner of the dissolved brain matter.
The first time Kruger had sex with the family animal.
Might be of a single event or a series of related or interconnected events. The memory lasts no longer than 10 minutes and you are blind to the world for the duration.
Nice.
Hey guys, I like Speak with the Dead, but I want to be alchemical and weirder.
Yeah.
And I don't get to ask a question. I just get a random thought.
But I would like to be able to do more, like, experience more things than just 3 questions.
Your new definition of the phrase head trip.
It's up to a 10-minute long VR trip.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Each dose uses roughly 10% of the brain, so you can do that to someone's brain as long as it's intact 10 times.
Or you can heal it.
I feel like you should be able to get a lot more times out of an elder brain.
No, it's 10% of the brain. That's why they put a percentage.
Is it 10% of a singular brain that's part of the elder brain?
Of the brain. So
solving 10% of an elder brain and then having to drink that whole thing.
That's like a gallon.
Chug.
No, I saw this on the freaking list when I was looking through uncommons. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Oh shit! Oh, this sounds fun. I don't know if it'll ever be useful, but I want it.
Useful? Like for you? No. Useful for me? Yes. You get a vision of some guy burying his treasure, and you know right where it's at. All right, you said something about using your vouchers.
Yes, I want to use all of them to get as much value for alchemical crafting stuff as I can. And if I can't get back here consistently, at least that will always be useful. I know you said they may not be, gold to gold value depending on where you go, but
for that, they're fine. I just took them off your list and gave you comparable in alchemical supplies.
yeah.
So Raz comes back with a fucking barrel of like, hydrochloric acid and shit, it's like smoking and eating its way through. And he says, you're like, well, what do you need that for? Elixirs of life.
A barrel, by the way? That was 300 gold's worth of crafting supplies.
Oh, I know. That's what I mean. That's a lot of money. All right.
Back with plates. There's people bringing it on the thing. I'm telling them where to put it.
But don't you always tell them where to put it?
course. I got 21 charisma now.
I know, crooked.
They're listening.
All right, and you wanted to work with a broker.
Yes.
Do you want Mateo or George?
One for each, but Mateo.
Well, one. What do you mean one for each? You gave me one item.
That's right, because I wanted the acid badly enough. I was going to send a broker, and then it was actually there.
Ah.
Mateo. I trust him more since I've worked with him. Probably because I haven't worked with the second guy yet.
Nope, you guys bought him and no one's used him.
Zakara will be the testing ground for that one. Now, given our nature of probably not being around here very often, would he be willing to take the entirety of the price up front and then send it if we're not here? Like, express mail, first class.
Yes, but there's a delivery charge.
That's fine. I don't know when or if we're coming back anytime soon, so I don't want to commit him to getting an item and then just holding on to it indefinitely.
Well, he wouldn't. He would just end up selling it then and keeping your money.
That's what I want to say. I want to pay him for the work up front, full job.
Okay.
And then have him send it to us if he finds it.
There's two levels of sending, basically. One, he gives it to a courier, and they go off on their own, and they get there when they get there. They may get killed, they may not. And two, it's more expensive. He sends it to a courier who also gets a few guards, and they try that way. One is 100 gold, one is 200 gold.
God damn. 200 gold to send. Okay, the mail's expensive.
Well, it's not a mail. It's a courier and like 4 or 5 guards.
I gotta do math in my head real quick.
So that'd be 540 gold. If you're paying it all.
If it was to deliver multiple items, would the price go up just as much for each item, or?
It's per item.
In on this? Per item. God damn, what a racket.
Then come back and get it.
I mean, it's tempting. Either way, I'm gonna pay him for the
whole item.
Item up front.
All right, pay 340 gold.
Oh shit. Okay, I'll take that. Come back to me about the courier thing. I need to think about it for a second.
All right, and I think that's the last thing you wanted to do in town.
Yes.
Zakara, have you decided what you're doing with the brokers?
If I tell Mateo that I'll pay him the full price now, and just the next time I'm back in town, can I come find him?
If he's in town, sure.
I will do that.
All right, mark off another 75 gold.
Be possible to set up like a safety deposit box and have him deliver it to that.
Not like a bank or something. No. If you had a location or people there you trusted, he could deliver to them. But
yeah, but that burned down.
It's not my fault. You let the cats play with matches.
And not that I don't appreciate the discount on my item, but is that really a discount?
No. No, you paid full price. You paid 100 gold total for it.
Well, because it's uncommon, so common.
Well, that's for the formula. Oh, is it? Hold on. I got too many screens open. No, I wrote down 100, so it's only 100.
Okay.
Teach me to pay more attention when I'm trying to do all this shit at the last minute. All right, and your second item, Zakara. Mateo or Jorge? Same thing.
Yes, George/Jorge.
You gonna do the same thing with him? Pay for it all up front?
Yep. And
Alright, that'll be 50 gold.
Kruga's used him before once, right? Or was it?
Nope. He has not been used.
Someone found him.
Yes, you guys bought him from your bonus points.
Okay. 50 gold.
Alright. And then you want to spend a day transferring the wounding from Gut Slicer to Galgrim's hand wraps, correct?
2 days, yes.
Well, it's 1 day initially.
Yeah.
So that'll be 17 gold up front.
We'll ask Galgrim to pay.
He's in channel.
How much?
17.
How much? You got really quiet there at the end.
17 gold.
No, yeah, that's fine.
Alright, mark off 17 gold, Galgrim. Alright, this takes 1 day to start transferring it. And it's a... nope, okay. I'm looking at the wrong number there. I would say that's pretty high DC, but... it's a 23 crafting check there, Zakara.
Wow.
You want to spend a hero point on that?
I'm good. And
All
I
right.
will rush the finishing.
Alright, go ahead and roll me a flat D20. Your DC is 2.
D20s aren't flat.
Shut up, you.
Dodecahedron.
Alright, so you spend 2 days doing that, and that removes all the money, what's left of the value. Even though you barely made your crafting check.
What exactly would I need?
So... me delete the stuff of Galgrim's. Bye-bye, hand wraps of striking. Hello, hand wraps of striking and wounding. Alright. Now, Galgrim, when you use that in your animal shapers, plus whatever, you'll have to go to your activity screen to apply the bleeding effect.
Okay.
Alright, that is done. And that's Zakara done. Raz, have you decided what you're doing with your broker?
Yeah, no courier. We'll swing back by.
Alright, just mark off the 340 total.
Already did.
Alright. Mr. Glizik, you did not put
Yep.
anything down.
Yep.
Do you wish to invent some more food?
I'm good with that. I was just gonna see if I get some basic supplies for the baby.
What do you mean?
But the picture in general. It was like wants to shop for baby clothes and accessories, crib, diapers, rider plus 1 striking,
Oh,
etc. That type of stuff.
there you go.
That's all. Just ribbon stuff. Nothing expensive.
Mark off whatever
Okay.
money you want to spend on it.
Kana and the baby have nothing at this point, so we should at least get them some stuff to make the.
Okay. Write off whatever amount of money you want.
7 gold.
Glizik goes shopping for 2 days. Connie goes with you some, because she won't let you take the baby. I wonder why. But, we're not going to go there.
I mean, the babysitter's not supposed to sit on the baby.
No, or eat the baby.
But sausages. Science.
Exactly.
As Brad would say.
Alright, that's them. Okay, Galgrim. You actually have stuff to do in town.
Like participating in society.
How'd you know that's what he wanted to do? I believe it's about 5.5, 6 days by airship, Galgrim.
I need actual mile distance.
Why?
That spell does at 5th level it's 5-mile teleport, at 6th level it's 50 mile, at 8th level it's 500 miles.
It's probably I could guarantee you're not in 5th or 6th level range.
Okay. But 8th level would probably do it.
Maybe. I don't know.
I mean 9th level it's anywhere on the same planet. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah, ninth would, I don't know. I'd have to look at the map and count hexes.
Okay. That one obviously not a high critical need it now thing, just a
Okay.
and it only works on me, so it's only I can teleport myself.
Way to be a party player.
I can't learn any other teleport spells, so
You shouldn't have got rid of your wizard. Mm-hmm. Alright, which broker do you want to work with there, Galgrim? Mateo or Jorge?
I'll work with the new one.
Alright, for both items or just the first one?
I mean, you're kind of going to get both items at the same time if you're going to get them, so, yeah. Right? I mean, like, he's going to find somebody to craft them, and that person's going to...
Each item would be found separately.
I mean, even though they can both be crafted by the same person?
Correct. Because he's not necessarily finding someone to make them, he's finding the items.
Okay. I mean, the other guy's got, what, 2 orders, and this guy's got 1?
Yep. Now, he does everyone's at the same time. He will search, like if you all give him an item, he will search for each of your items at the same time. But if you give someone 2 items, he finds the first one first, and then he works on your second one.
Okay, so it'd be better to split them between the 2. Then.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll split them. And I'll give the vestments to Mateo, because I have more experience with him. And he's probably going to be a higher skill. And then I'll do the crown with the new guy. And then I'll give them the second items as well. I'll give the collar to Mateo because he found the other collars, and then I'll give the saddle to...
Those you already have those.
Oh, do I for the bird?
Yep.
Okay. You didn't respond to that, so...
No, I know. I just wrote it down. Okay, for the druid vestments, Mateo wants 250 gold up front, and then if that's what you're giving him, he needs to know where we're going to be when he gets back with it.
I ask him if he has a place where he can hold them until I get back to pick them up.
Yeah, but you have to pay. You have to pay all of it up front.
Yeah, that's fine. I can
It'd
pay
be
it all up
1,000
front
gold up front
for the
for the vestments.
Yeah. How are they that much?
Yep.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that one was. Yeah. I just give him 1,000 gold.
All right, mark it off.
Yeah, if he's willing to just hold it for me. Okay.
And if you're doing the same with the other one, that one's 220 gold.
Okay. Okay, marked it off.
All right. That was.
I have a somewhat reasonable amount of gold now.
Alrighty.
And then all my spells.
Well, you're not going to have time to do all those spells, so.
Oh, yeah, but can't they buy a scroll and they're off the scroll?
Only if they have a scroll available, and it'll cost a lot more.
can't.
But I'll need to make a, because that you gave me that stuff late, so we'll have to work on that before next session. But let me see. Okay, so that's you and down to Krugga. Did that. Krugga, you want to go to a broker?
I want to do mine in the reverse order in which I wrote them.
Huh?
I want to start from the bottom and go up.
Okay. Well, the chapter house is gone. It's still just rubble.
Are any of the establishments in the area standing? Like, I know that the forge was there. The inn was vaguely in the same area.
Yes, I mean the inn has been partially rebuilt. The forge is mostly completely rebuilt. I mean, people's house. There are various establishments are back up and running. People's houses are being rebuilt. I mean, it's only been like 3 weeks since you guys left after the all the events.
The main reason I wanted to do that is I would be
'Cause
asking
you're-
around to see if anybody has like seen or like heard from Guillermo, because I know he was stocking the house.
Well,
for,
he
like,
was
the
living
food
there.
and what- Yeah, so he would have been like shopping the area, things along those lines. So I'd want to see if there was any
Sign of him. Well, you should have had the druid do this, because this sounds like a society check to me. Roll that skill, boy. You happy with a 20?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's exactly what you needed.
Oh, nice.
One of the guys nearby, not like the inn, not just one of the local grocers, saw him about a week ago. He was buying supplies. He said he was going on a trip up north. He said he had a delivery to make.
And Guillermo was purchasing supplies from that particular grocer.
Correct. He was buying, dried rations and stuff for a trip heading north.
And the assumption is that he probably left shortly thereafter.
Correct.
Okay. Yep, that's fine then. That's more or less why I wanted to check on the chapter house was for Guillermo specifically.
All right. Now I also need you to roll me a d20. Before you roll it, though, call high or low good for you.
High.
You good with a 15?
Yeah.
All right. You spend about a half a day combing around the docks and stuff. Everyone you speak to seems like the fighting ring is either gone or at least not up and running yet.
Okie doke.
And that brings us to your brokerage.
Okay.
Do you want Mateo or Jorge? Just so you guys know, the reason I ask, they have different skill levels. So when I roll on chances to find it, that's what really matters.
Do we know their skill levels?
You do not.
Slackers.
And are you paying in full?
He would hold it if paid in full, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Who has more things right now that they're looking for?
That doesn't matter. The way I do it is
Jorge.
everyone can have one with a broker without any slowdowns. Which was the whole point of having more than one broker. Now each of you could go for 2 items at a time. So you're going
I'll go with
Jorge.
Yeah.
All right. If you're paying in full, that's 950 gold. As the party, you hear this big vacuum noise all around town, and the party gets poor. Got that marked off, sir?
Yes.
All right. I thought maybe the baby consumed Kruger.
I was doing some quick maths.
Whatever you do, don't screw up your money like a certain dwarf did. All right, that is your time in town, Mr. Kruger. So the trip from Hillsford to Lark Point is roughly 6 days as well, and you gave me nothing to do, Kruger.
I'm wrestling a dragon.
Dragon rat wrestling? Okay. Just so you guys know, we're gonna actually have that happen. Probably not tonight, because I don't have Galgrim's dragon form all done. Because there's like 10 different dragons and shit.
I mean, we don't need to. I think we just say it happens and it was to kill time.
That's fine too.
We're not putting money on it. We're not. I don't think it's worth the.
I don't know. There's bragging rights.
Maybe you're not putting money on it.
Okay, fine. We can do it. It'll just be ghetto rolls of me pulling up the stat sheet.
No. Next session, that's what we will start with at least one wrestling match. Now we're not going to spend the whole night doing wrestling matches, so at most we'll do one each session that took place during this time. And you will have a dragon character sheet just like you do for your other animal forms, Galgrim.
Okay.
And I'll be able to add all that, like your wounding and all that shit on it. Will be interesting. And betting, of course, is permitted. All right.
Write down how much gold you have before we got to Hildford, so you could bet.
The way over will be before, the runes are transferred, and will be after.
Yep. Alright, so that's Kruger. Galgrim, the trip back to Lark Point, you are just attuning to anything new you got. So basically, just your new armor, the Darkwood. Speaking of which, now that the +2 is off, let me give you your armor. All right, you have your new armor, and it is equipped. Darkwood breastplate of resilience. So all your saves should have gone up by R. They won't go up, but when you roll your saves, it'll have a +1 on them. All right, Glizzic. I do have one question for when you're in town there, Glizzic. Did you want to buy any crafting materials?
Yeah, what I've been perusing while everyone else is talking is archives and methods for like armor runes and stuff. I have to have a +1 resilient on this armor sooner or later, and we can make that based on the party's magical formulas. So whatever I need to try and get that, I'd like to get that.
It's whatever the price, at least half of what the price of that rune is.
Okay, I think it was 340 gold.
That sounds about right.
Okay. So I will pay that to start working on a +1 resilient rune for the explorer's clothes, and then when I can throw a property thing on it eventually, right?
Well, you can throw a property on it at any time now because you can throw 2 property runes on it because it's +2.
I'm because it's based on the first one.
It's based on the property rune. I mean, based on the potency rune, not the resilience rune.
Okay. I would actually like to learn Swallow Spike. So can I start working on that so we don't have a repeat of the I get swallowed all the time?
I mean, still get repeated. It'll just be slightly different.
Oh yeah. Looking at it, Swallow Spike is level 6 and costs 200.
Does this party have the formula for that?
Nope, but I can do it with Inventor because it's common.
Do you have magical crafting?
I do.
Oh. Do you? Oh, yeah, duh, because you're making scrolls and shit.
Yeah. I picked it up fairly recently, but yeah. So I'd like to research how to do a Rune of Swallow Spike. Just the base one, not any of the higher ones. And that's 200 gold to make it, it says. If that makes a difference in not paying the formula cost for it. But you said for common stuff, we don't have to have the formula. It just makes it easier.
That's what the new rules are, but I think instead of changing halfway through, I think I'm gonna keep with the way we've been doing stuff. And then if we play another campaign, we can use all the new shit because by the time we do another campaign, the other book will be out, and we can just start from scratch there.
And we've already switched to crafting once this campaign.
Exactly, yeah.
So, all right. Yes, I would like to buy whatever materials I need to start on my Swallow Spike.
Well, you need the formula first.
Right.
You said it was a level 6?
Level 6? Yep.
Go ahead and roll me a society.
$32.
All right. They do have the Swallow Spike at the school.
Cool.
Since you are a member, you are allowed to peruse their stuff.
Sweet. I'd like to check out this book, please. Copy it down.
It is 13 gold to buy the formula.
Okay, gold.
All right. Now, how much materials you want to buy? It'll be at least 100 gold minimum, because you pay half, and then you can work the other half off.
Right.
And if you want that resiliency too, I mean, you might want to look long term because you can't buy materials up at Lark Point. It's just not big enough yet.
We established that the resilience really not going to give me anything because I've got the bracers of armor that do the same thing with +1 saving throw. I would thought that I need the resilient to get the property runes on it. If I don't, then that's fine. I don't need to add it. I'll just work on the Swallow Spike, and I'll buy 200 gold worth of magical components then, just in case, and I'll have some left over for the future.
Okay, go ahead and mark off 200 gold. And we'll add 200 gold worth of magical components.
Okay, done.
There you go. I added the 200 in magical components for you. Money stores are dropping. I like it. That's the best part about getting money in game is spending it.
Just hoard it the entire game so that you're the winner at the end.
Exactly. All right, so I'm assuming you're gonna want to try to put that on your armor on the way home.
Yeah, if I can. And I will try and use as many days of crafting as to make it cheaper.
Alrighty. Now I have to do a bunch of math. Damn you. Alright, the base crafting time for that is 4 days, unless you wish to rush the setup.
Nope. Good.
That's not that.
Briefly lost all the gold from my screen. When I typed my last thing in chat, I still had the GP part of my inventory selected, and it typed it after the GP text to be this whole long line of, I heard the table was next line, blah, 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 blah. And so it dropped it to the bottom of all my money. I'm like, what? I got platinum, and I got silver, and I got copper. Where's all my gold? So I said to fix the name back to normal. But it actually moved the line for it off the screen. So
1 second here. Alright. Alright, Glizzik, your base DC is 22.
Okay.
Since it's only a level 6 item. Go ahead and roll me your crafting. Well, you pay your 100 gold worth. So just mark off 100 gold of the stuff you just bought.
okay, that's at 100.
And roll me a crafting check. Your DC is 22. And you're trying to fail it.
42 crit.
That makes working
Double crit.
double makes working more. You get more money credit off it.
Yay.
So you are level 11. You are a master crafter or just expert?
I'm a master crafter.
All right, so that's 16.
Master Crafters unite.
All right, so that's 4 days to do the first roll. You will have 2 more days. You can work on it on the trip home.
Okay. I will do that for sure.
Unless you wish to rush the finish.
No.
Okay.
And if I decide to keep working on it to make it cheaper, I can do that too, even after we get home.
Well, right, but we're right because you have to do the first 4 days. 4 days in a row. Once you make that roll, you can stop working on it and set it aside for as long as you want.
Okay. Cool.
So you
And
work.
I'll still get the crit pricing for.
Yes,
future days?
correct. Yes.
Perfect.
So you work off another 32 gold worth. So you owe 28. You owe 68 gold yet on it.
Okay, so I need another 3 days of work to completely reduce it down to 0. It would be
No, be more than
same
3.
number of days, right?
Be more than 3.
If I did 32, because that's 2 days, not 1 day, right?
Correct. You're working 16 gold a day, so you're looking at like a little over like 4 days of total work. No, 4 days more, and you'd owe like 4 gold left. Yeah, I think that sounds about right. All right, so when you get back to Lark Point, you will have 2 days of work into it. All right. Wow, you guys are going quick tonight. All right, Raz, I knew I had someone slow here.
Loop back to me.
I hate you all.
I'm trying to decide. I've got it down to 3.
All right, Zakara. You wanted to transfer the weapon potency from Gut Slicer to Kane's Scythe.
Yes.
All right, that is 1 day of work minimum. Go ahead and roll the DC 16 crafting check. Nice. Pay 1 point. Well, are you gonna work it off, or just end up paying for the whole thing?
Kruger just gonna pay.
All right, Kruger, pay 3.5 gold,
Wow.
and it'll be transferred.
Done.
All right, she has a +1 scythe in her inventory. So that's your first day. Next day, you want to transform. Oh, the striking. Damn it, I didn't see that. I didn't put striking on the damn scythe. Okay. Striking from Gut Slicer to Kane's Scythe. Okay. That'll be 6.5 gold total. Go ahead and mark that off, Kruger.
Like on top of what I already marked off?
Yep. Comes to a total of 10, just like you put on your downtime.
That's why I was confused.
Yep. And then Zakara, you owe me a DC 19 crafting check. Nice. Alright, you transferred the striking rune. I won't have that for her tonight. I'll have to redo the item. And then that gives you 4 days left of crafting, of which you want to spend some crafting a returning rune on your dagger. Do you have the returning formula?
Yes, I bought it in my last downtime.
Did you?
It's on my list.
The formula?
Yeah.
Okay, well then okay. Because I looked on the party one, and maybe I didn't update that one. See, I don't have it on your list either. Did you buy the formula, or did you buy a rune?
I don't think I first morning I bought the formula because I got all the crafting materials stuff for it.
see here. Yeah, you wrote down a bunch of them, but did you actually get them?
I wrote down a whole list of what I purchased last time, and I paid 3 gold for it.
Yeah, because I have a list of ones that you wanted.
I don't think this list is up to date. It doesn't have the other ones either.
Well, the ones from the book are in the party list.
No, my last downtime I purchased some formulas.
Did you buy 4 of them?
Uh, yes.
Just the bottom, the last one, the one that you're looking for now, you couldn't find, right? Oh, you weren't able to buy it because one, I'm not sure if they had it, and 2, you weren't high enough level.
Yeah. So I bought the top 4.
Okay. So I remember you using the wand one. You can make wands now. I remember you made a wand of something.
Yeah, wand of Nah.
Yeah. Okay. I just didn't see it on the list, but all right. 3 gold sounds about right because it's a low level. Is it really that expensive?
Gold.
No, not 3 gold is the formula. I wrote down a price on my paperwork. I just don't know if that's the right price. Oh, no, it is. Okay. Wow, that's expensive for a level 3. All right. It's 55 gold to do that total.
Yes.
All right, so go ahead and mark off 27.5 gold, either in cash or in materials. Your choice. Since you're technically, well, no, you're on the ship, so it has to be in materials.
Yes, that's fine.
Got it marked off?
Almost. No, it's not.
It's way up top.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Quick setup. Okay, there you go. There's my notes. And you want to rush it, the setup as well. Yep, okay. So your DC is now 23. Give me a second there, Raz. All right, you critted that.
Just giving the heads up.
Yep. Do you want to rush the finish, Zakara? I think you said you did. Yes. All right, roll me a flat check, just a straight D20. DC is 2. To see if something funky happens. Oh, I saw that one. That was either going to be something fun or a hero point.
Oh, I
All right.
think I can use that on flat.
It's I don't see. I think you can. It's just a D20. Well, I don't know. It's a check. But all right. So that's, let's see, 2 days to set up. Okay, and your first day. Your first day pays for it. Your next day, you spend 1 extra day working on it, and that pays it off. Because you critted on the roll. Where are all your weapons? And you're putting that on the striking dagger, correct?
Yes.
And I did not. Okay. Nice. Good job. All right. I'll have to wait to give you the item because I have one with just the +1, but not striking. Because I suck. All right. So you have 1 day left on the ship. If you wish to take a break or, something.
I'll just watch the wrestling if that's still happening.
I'm sure it will. And so we go back to Raz. Let me scroll up to his list. And Dynamite.
Yes. My question is, what would you constitute as something that could light the fuse? It says something, you basically have to use a second action to expose it to fire, either because
Correct.
you have tinder twig or you have but if it was exposed to something, say like a fireball,
No.
and it was no.
Fireballs
Okay.
don't cause fire.
What about
Now,
Alchemist fire?
yes. Alchemist Fire would do it. Produce Flame, cantrip that I know Galgrim has. It specifically says in the description it lights things on fire, so that would as well.
Lights trees on fire. We know that from last couple episodes.
Yes, sir, it can. That's one of the few spells that says in the description that it'll light things on fire.
So I assume this is probably why it's a rare item, despite it not really doing all that much.
Because it's dynamite.
Level 11s. Because you can just basically huck it, and if the fuse is lit, then it'll just blow up at the end of your turn, whatever.
Unless you put a
But
longer
not
fuse.
Well, yeah, but that's a different item. It's like alchemical fuse or something like that. But if it's not lit and it's just like fucking laying somewhere, like you huck it and want someone to blow it up, delayed style, it basically it would basically act like a freaking trap of some sort.
Yep.
Not sure exactly when it would go off at that point, but I wanted to know if it would be possible to do something like that, because then that would make it a little bit more valuable, because otherwise it's a bomb that does 66 damage with an extra action.
Basically, if you left it somewhere and somebody lit it with a cantrip, or like produce flame will light it if they hit it, it would explode at the end of that round.
Gotcha.
Well, no. End of your turn. So it would explode at the end of the turn of whoever lights it.
Okay. I was just curious whether that interaction would work, because then that does give it a
Yeah.
big utility. That you can
And don't forget, you don't have to be the one that lights it. You can make these, give them to anyone you want, and then step away and tell them after you light it, hold it to their next round, and then we watch them blow their hand off. And you can stack them together.
You can can stack them, but it does point out that if you're caught in multiple ones, you don't take additional damage.
Yeah, but doesn't it stack the damage up, or just the radius?
No, if multiple stacks of Pyronite detonate at the end of your turn, you can increase the area, but not the damage.
Oh, okay.
So it's, I don't make like 20 sticks of Pyronite and stick it onto the BBEG and then freaking kamikaze.
Yeah. Gotcha.
It'd make a hell of a boom, though, if you stacked up on somebody. You'd freaking catch everybody.
Oh, yeah. I mean, 66 damage is not bad.
It's not bad, no, but I got bombs that do comparable damage that don't cost the extra action.
Well, yeah.
So, but if you're able to just huck them around and, have somebody else...
If you were ambushing someone, yeah.
Yeah, having that utility makes them a little bit better for that than other bombs.
They must be kept dry and cool.
Yes. Well, that's an over time thing. Although I do like that they will detonate. I think that's to stop players from hoarding them in their bags over time.
Yep.
Okay, that was basically going to be the deciding factor if I did that or the necrotic bomb. So I'm going to do reverse engineering on the Pyronite stick. Get some dynamite.
Just make sure you put a bunch of that like on the ship. Put it in the walls and pack it in so it doubles, so it makes extra force.
What's this new insulation, Raz?
It's a really sticky material, really keeps the heat in well.
But as soon
Yes, it was warm.
as soon as Kruger punches it once, though, it'll blow up.
Just throwing it out there. If it leaks out, it's a stick of dynamite.
Level 11.
More than just impact or loud noise can set that shit off.
Just then you notice that the orc and the red dragon are wrestling on board the ship.
Yep. All right, that's what I want to try to reverse engineer first.
Yep.
And probably the only thing I'm going to do over 6 days.
Just calculating your DC.
It is rare.
Yep, that raises it up some. Alright. Do you wish to rush? Because basically you do the setup and then you do the finish.
No.
Alright, so
Dealing with something...
it's 6 days to do this.
Oh, is it? Oh, right, new rules.
Because it's your level. Well, no. Are you 11 or 12?
I'm 12.
Then it's one below you, so it's 5 days.
You know what?
5 days for
What's
the
life
the base.
What's life without a little danger? Let's rush it.
Life.
Are you you're what, master?
Yes, master.
You want to rush it 1 day or 2 days?
Remind me the...
Your base DC right now is a 33.
Okay.
Hold on.
Was rushing it...
Yes.
Was rushing it 2 days.
Rushing it 2 days adds 10 to it.
Oh.
Rushing it 1 day adds 5 to it.
I'm currently at DC 33.
Yep. Because the base DC for level 11 item and rarity.
Right, the rarity. I'm like, that seems kind of high.
Keep in mind, when I rolled mine, it was a 22. It was only a level 6 item, and it was common.
Yeah. Let's rush 1 day.
Alright.
You got your hero point, right?
No. But as long as I don't critically fail, I'm not going to blow anything up.
That makes your DC a 38.
Yes, it does.
What's your skill?
Plus 23.
That's a 15 you need.
Uh-huh.
Can you
Alright.
make it off the ship?
I'm only playing with dynamite. What's the big deal? That close. Oh, wait. I have bonuses.
Why? You don't need a bonus. You need a 38.
I need a 38?
Yeah, your bonuses are added in. You have a +2 bonus from something.
Okay. I have a +2 because of
Goggles?
crafting.
Alchemist goggles or
No,
something?
no, the goggles are separate. It's a feat.
Oh, okay.
There's a feat when you're basically doing any crafting with alchemical shit, like specialty crafting, whatever it's called. And then the goggles were another +1, so it should be 1 higher.
Fine. Just as you're finishing it up, I bang open the door. What's going on? You busy?
Alright, so you're making the formula, not the item.
Correct.
70 gold.
In hindsight, working with something that can get set off with loud noises probably ain't the best thing to do around Glizzic.
Wow, you mean while Kruga and the dragon are fighting?
Are wrestling and screaming on the deck. The ship lurches.
Alright, Raz. Mark off. Well, actually, no. You don't have to mark any money off because it's just what you get. Let me see. Where are you at? Here you are. Inventory.
I mean, I feel like it wouldn't get that bad, Naughty.
I'm sure it's safe. That's what I wrote with that.
Yep. It's only 1 stick.
Just blows a hole in the boat. And since I believe your lab's in the cargo hold, it would blow the bottom of the ship out, and you would just fall.
Want that ruin a pontoon now, aren't you?
It's in the cargo hold, or I don't remember where the hell I put this thing.
Yeah. All right. I'm marking off your pyronite stick. It is gone.
5 pyronite stick.
In return, though, you succeeded. So, all right. No, you do spend money. You owe me 35 gold.
No, the bank.
Goodbye, silver and copper.
That puts me to. Okay, got it.
And in return, you will get. You don't have it yet, but I'll get an item for you. 125 gold worth of dynamite materials.
Yeah.
Look, we got nunchucks.
Stored in dry.
Old, wet dynamite. Excellent.
Oh. Dry and cool.
So that materials can only be used to make pyronite. Just like
and pyronite accessories.
Yep, just like Glizzic has some materials for a fly potion, I believe.
One magical component's fly potion, correct?
Yeah, you should have like half the components. All right. So that's 4 days. So you have 2 days left. Well, you don't have the formula yet. You still have to finish off the rest of the money. So I'm assuming you want to finish it. You made the check.
Now I'm able to lower the cost as normal, right? The second.
Yes, that's what we're spending the extra time for.
Right. Okay. The remainder days to reduce the price, and then I'll pay the difference.
Yep. So you're gonna work off $10 a day, unless you want to rush it.
Nah, I've pushed my luck enough.
All right. So you've 2 days. You have 2 days left. So that's 20 gold off, and then you would owe 15 gold left.
So mark it off 15.
Yep.
Got it.
I will add the formula to you for next time,
Got a whole list of things you'll be adding.
and I'll add the 125 gold worth of dynamite materials.
Sweet.
Although,
I'll probably
really,
make some dynamite at some point.
I don't know why you wouldn't. Let me go ahead and add you that alchemy, because I do have the Sea Touch one. It's in your list now. Let me go ahead and remove the formula name on it. There you go. It's alphabetical, so
Got it.
it's in your list. You still have one of those unknown scrolls left.
Yep. That'll wait for the time being. I'm done looking at that. and
Yeah,
checking the
it's
handwriting on it.
pretty. It's not the handwriting. You understand this. You understand this. I mean, you could read it. Just the symbols are and the formula is very complex. And let's see. We finished Zakara. Finished you. I think that's everybody. So 12, 11, 13 days have now passed. Let me clear all this downtime crap. So you guys arrived back at Lark Point on Earth Day the 27th of Ready Read.
Victus.
What was that?
What's that give us?
I said Vic.
That gives
You
you.
said Lark Point. I'm speaking the new name.
Well, that's the name of the town. So it is like evening on the 27th when you guys arrive. It's remember you can't do the next kingdom turn until the 1st, so you have, one more day before you can do a kingdom turn. You guys are kind of, landing the ship, coming in, seeing what's going on.
Well, what is going on? Is the
I'm
place on
pulling it
fire?
up. Not yet. All right, as you guys kind of go into your, I don't want to say fancy house because it's a really small town and it's not really fancy yet. One of your peasants, says you have 2 visitors. They have been waiting for about. The goblin has been waiting for a day, and the other creature's been waiting about 4 days. They did not come at the same time.
What's the other creature?
He doesn't know.
Execute him immediately for being dumb.
Most humans wouldn't. Which would you like to see first?
This is why we don't have humans in our party.
Just like when
The
you-
goblin says he comes from the Coven of Storms. If that matters.
Who we're currently at war with, even though we didn't start it.
We didn't start the war. But your town is burning because Kruga's yearning. Would you like to meet with the Covenant Storms goblin or the other creature?
Which was here first again.
The other creature.
the creature, right? 4 days.
Correct.
Seems only right that we do that first.
But do let them know that we're back and we're going to meet with both of them today.
It is like late afternoon, early evening. So you're meeting with them this evening or on the morrow.
Well, this evening I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, evening's
Yeah,
good.
we're resting on the ship.
Yeah.
Let them get done what they're here to do, and then they got the whole night.
All right. So you want to deal with the other creature first. Correct?
Yep, that's what they said.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just want to make sure. All right.
Here comes the favor from the prince. Go ahead.
You guys go into the throne room area. It's not really a
That's where
throne
he
room,
throws
but
people. No, that's where Kruger throws people. It's a throne
it
room.
could be. Throwing room. Gotcha.
We've had like one kingdom turn, so like what, a week to basically cobble together. Some
No,
sorta
you had a month.
main-
You've done one turn. That's a month.
Right. 1 week in office.
Yep. You just haven't built. I mean, it takes time to build shit. It's really slow at the beginning.
They're like a big fancy centerpiece for Kruga. And
Well, you need to make like a town hall and shit, so you get the extra actions. But okay, that guy leaves. About 5 minutes later, he comes back, opens the door, and in comes a creature in armor. Looks like some kind of hide armor. Looks about humanoid, human size, with a nice sword and stuff. He walks in, stops, kind of bows a little bit, takes off his helmet. I want everyone to roll me a perception.
Not society.
No.
Oh. There we go. Back to normal.
Good job, Galgo.
All right, damn.
Sakara's clearly getting the glare off the helmet from the light in the room.
She's chasing the dot
Yeah.
from the glare.
Zakara really wants to see it.
Like a laser point.
All right. Raz, whatever. Raz, the only thing you know about this thing is that it's a hobgoblin. Everyone else, especially Zakara and Galgrim, while Kruga and Glizik feel you've seen this hobgoblin before. Zakara and Zakara and Zakara 2.0, also known as Galgrim, you both recognize this hobgoblin. It is Vandal, the leader of the hobgoblin town near Zakara's village that you guys had the dragon master. The one that the dragon killed and then you guys healed him. Do you remember?
Yeah,
I
the one,
remember.
the one
Yeah.
that we
Wasn't
never
it
saw again.
Vandahar?
No, Vandahar was the dragon.
I wasn't there for that part of the campaign, so
Correct. That
A lot
was
of
just
the-
before you came back, and
so
that's
Galgrim
fine.
has no idea who this is.
Yeah, Vandahar was the adult green dragon. The
Vandal was the hobgoblin.
yeah,
We
the
filled
spell
you
like-
in with such good detail that you recognize him immediately from our story.
Exactly.
Is it vandal spelled like vandalism?
Vandal.
Yeah.
He's Vandal.
He takes his helmet off and kind of kneels.
Oh, I don't even have to say it. Excellent.
They can
You're
be
moving
taught.
up in the world, Kruger. Your
He
reputation-
kneels and kind of bows his head for a moment, and then looks up while still kneeling. Looks pretty much right at you, Kruger. I come to serve. Me and my men.
How many do you have?
Well, why don't you roll me a 20-sider, Kruger? High is good. Some died on the way here.
He takes down a finger. Or
If I remember right, units are about 30 men, right? I believe they were like platoon size, so I'll go with that until I remind myself.
Yeah, it's
Because they're a lot smaller than they were in the other versions.
Essentially, you're
Yeah.
just saying he has a unit worth of
He has 3
Hobgoblin.
units.
3 units. Okay.
there were about 100 hobgoblins.
2 infantry and 1 archer. And they would like to pledge their fealty to King Kruger and the Invictus Empire.
That's a fealty. We're good at that.
Somebody wondered when their random kingdom leader would show up.
We did it. We finally got him.
Just so you know, in case you weren't sure, he's a general.
I was gonna link that because we found a general guy.
He's a general
just gonna find
hobgoblin.
A wizard somewhere. Some sort of casty person.
Well-
What's that goblin do to get here?
Well, Valus is still here in terms of that.
Oh yeah,
But
he
he's-
was different. Treasurer.
I don't remember what he was, but he's a pure NPC now. So, but just for shits and giggles or use, he does have a teleport spell.
Yeah. What?
It is the one spell, I think 6th level or whatever, or 5th level, whatever level it is that he did pick.
Yeah, so after he says, it's like, my men wish to, or goblins or whatever he says, wishes to pledge fealty, I'll say, if you run away again, I will personally chase you down and kill you all.
He seems a little offended that you said that he ran away. He needed time to think. After his former master was killed, he and his men left. They were not sure what they were going to do. We did not run away. You obviously defeated us. We did not leave in the middle of battle. At least he did not. But he and his men will serve you faithfully. If you will accept his service. You can always say no, and him and his men can leave.
Then that is fine. We may need to make use of your services fairly soon.
Did you bring any food with you?
Not really. No, they're your troops. You have to feed them. Just in time for a
Gotta go
kingdom
back out
term.
there and subsist.
I was gonna say we.
Well,
pick
I
them
will
up,
say they are not in town. They are in the field. So I think there is a thing where they can subsist or something out there, isn't there?
Well, the 2 armies we came with, we trained that and then sent them out so they could benefit from that.
I don't think you sent them out though, because I don't think you could move and train the same turn.
We trained at least one of them successfully. I think one we failed.
Yeah, I'd have to look at the
But
stuff,
it
but
helped
yeah,
out for our food storage because we didn't have much.
yep.
Are
But-
you and your... What are we calling them? Platoons? Units?
Units.
Whatever you want.
They will have a once I make up their sheets like I have for the other units. They will have a name.
You and your Unix.
What are you and your units capable of?
We fight. We kill. We use the 2 of my units use melee weapons. The 3rd is a group of crossbowmen, crossbow goblins, hobgoblins.
And
Cross
you,
goblins.
and you normally command these in the field.
Yes.
Then I shall have you do the same for all of the units in my control.
Of course. Yeah, you guys have... Yeah, they are platoon size. You currently have 3 platoons. The 1st Corps, and then the 1st Free Corps, and then the 1st Invictus, and the 2nd Invictus. Yeah, the 1st Invictus platoon has living off the land. And that's the only one that does. Because you failed your rolls, I think, on the other ones.
Yep. One of them has ranged weapons as well, though. Too we bought.
Yes,
I don't know if it was the one that was.
that's the first one. The first platoon has range and melee.
That's a neat feature.
So basically, the Invictus platoons are your permanent troops, and the Free Corps is the one that will eventually go back.
They're
In
they're
11 more
deployed.
months.
I think we got to send them back on the 11th because they have to be back by the time.
They
Wizards
must
are
be
in?
back by the 1st of
Yeah.
of the month next year, and it's 2-week
So
trip.
Free Corps are going to be our shock troops that go in first and die. You realize that, right?
That's fine.
I'm just saying. Get rid of the mercs first, then we'll take the loyal ones to
So
live.
if they're on loan from another kingdom, does that mean they have that kingdom's level, not our level?
No.
Oh, they're not stronger. We literally get the freaking
Good try, bud.
never been deployed troops.
No, I'm not saying they're noobs, but I mean they have hold the line, and they had some stuff.
Yeah.
They have some skills.
Level 12 troops. They set foot on the dock as they get off the ship, and all their gear turns to crap. Grays.
If you want to look at them if you go to your notes, which is, I don't know what, I have it as F3 for me.
Already looking at them.
Go to your go to party and then go to kingdom information, and they're under military units. All 3 of them are there. All 3 of them are basic infantry units. One does carry some limited range weaponry.
Slings.
No, probably like short bows or crossbows.
That's how they're living off the land. They're shooting our deer.
They're not your deer. They're Kruger's deer.
As I said, our deer.
He's claiming
Royal
he's claiming your property, Kruger.
It's the royal we.
Any other questions for Vandal or anything else? Any other orders for right now?
I'll open the floor to the rest of the party if they have anything they want to talk to him about.
I'm not sure if we have barracks here for you and your men, but we should be able to find you a place to at least camp outside until stuff gets.
Well, they are outside town, off a little bit because they didn't want to just show up, and be, and get attacked.
Out of character, we may be using these guys to retake the fort that the other guy lost, and then they'll have a place to stay there too if they wanted to, closer to the mountains.
Another settlement, you say?
Well, once you put the word out that they're your troops, that's fine. They can come into town and people just won't attack them.
This guy who came and got us and told us we had 2 people here, is he like a regular guy who comes in
Yes.
and tells us stuff? Is he like our secretary? Is he our herald?
Kind of. No, he is not a herald.
Is he named Harold?
No.
Is he named Harold?
I'm Harold, and that is my job.
You guys don't have enough
Right.
anything to have anything like that.
The kind of guy who might be filling that role.
Correct. Once you get like a town hall and stuff, he would become one of the guys that work there, stuff like that. You do not have a herald as of yet, which is why Vandal was not announced.
What do you mean? Glizik's right here.
He didn't do it. He didn't do his job. Then you should cut his head off. So you spend you probably spend 20 minutes, half hour with Vandal before you dismiss him, I would assume.
I will. Before he leaves, I'll just call out servant and hope someone comes in, like the dude that that told us that these guys were here.
Glizik's there.
Harold?
Harold.
Someone would arrive. I mean, you have a small staff.
Yeah. I would just say
Not that small.
That's what Connie says.
spread the word to the
It's
people
cold.
in my other units that we are adding to my army today, and this is the general that will lead them. And I'll point to Vandal.
Okay, he does not look very happy with a hobgoblin joining the ranks, but he doesn't object. I mean, they're downtrodden and beat as it is. They're kind of at the point of whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it can't be any worse than our races combined, but yeah.
I mean, Jacob did not treat anyone good, so.
Once wrapped up here for the evening, I can help smooth over that. Do some counselor work, I guess.
Wow. Doing your job.
No,
What a
doing my
how
job.
how
Oh,
bad.
fuck. We're in dire straits. I don't have anyone to delegate to yet.
Okay.
I do.
All right. He takes Vandal out, and asks if you wish to see the goblin.
Yeah, this will probably be the juicy one, huh?
Every day of my life.
And send them in.
Give me 1 second.
I snapped.
My boss is giving me orders.
So, reminder: this would probably be the representative of the goblin that turned into the hag that was fighting with Jacob when we first appeared here.
The one that attacked us. I mean, caught us in unfortunate collateral damage of a spell. Yeah, heard
I
that
mean,
one.
I wouldn't call that fighting. I would call that beating the
I'll
shit
be
out of
back
him and
in a
his
minute. I'll be back in a minute.
But like that's why I put the posters up to try and force all us going to war with them and maybe ally with them instead.
That's fine. Did it not turn off?
But it's been months since we did that, so I'm just reminding.
Yeah.
So I'll work with the hobbos, make sure they get integrated, let them know who to go to. Pretty much orientation. After that point, they can go bug Galgrim. Warden and whatnot.
This is right where he had his little sacred spawn all laid out with like string and sticks and stuff, where he's gonna put his sacred crow thing. And all of a sudden these hobgoblins start tromping through with the big steel-toed boots and stuff.
All right, sorry about that, guys.
Don't worry. We talked amongst ourselves.
All right, he leaves. A minute or so comes back in with a blue-skinned goblin.
Huzzah, culture.
He kind of nods a moment, and then your servant leaves. And the goblin kind of steps forward, walks up pretty, within about 10 feet of you guys, looking at you with a little bit of disdain in his voice. And he hands out a sheet of rolled parchment.
Look around at anybody else moving to take it, otherwise I'll go get it.
I'm not bending down to take a piece of parchment from a goblin.
I'll go get it. I don't recognize it as somebody from the tribe that I came from or anything?
No.
I mean, this seems right up the Viceroy's alley, yeah?
I take scroll.
Yeah, you roy that vice.
He takes a step back. And he waits for you to open it.
I open scroll. Throw caution to wind.
Throw
It's
caution
like
to the wind.
Harry Potter reading his letter.
That's what the scroll says.
A bunch of gibberish, just what I'd expect from a goblin. You will have to read it out loud because
I'm not.
Yeah, I know you're not. I'm just saying, like, Kruger can't read that, which means I can't read that.
Can anyone read it? I don't know.
I can read
But
it.
someone looks like they can read it.
It's
Well-
in Goblin, first off.
I think since Glizzik has it, he has first choice to read it if he can read it or pass it. Is it in Goblin?
That's what it says. It says GM, Goblin.
Oh, does it?
And translation, and then sign, and then the other
Oh, it
stuff.
says that because you can see it because you
Because
understand it.
Because I can see it, because I understand it. And then
Okay.
at the bottom it says understood by Glizzik.
Everyone else
Yep.
just gets the funny words.
Yes. That looks like
if you don't understand Goblin. All right. Come on, Harold. Read it.
I'm trying to read, but everybody keeps talking, so it slows me down. People are talking while I'm trying to read.
Come on, Glizik.
You want it out loud? I'm just trying to read it myself first.
Well, Krugen needs it read to him. If you wanted to kill the bard, you wouldn't have to do this.
Right. So we're gonna do this with interpretive dance, Sargon.
Nice. Nice. Glizik starts break dancing, as in he's dancing and breaking shit.
It's not that great of a performance, but okay. Your predecessor has offended us, and if you wish to placate us, you must begin by showing us the honor that we are due, and come to our stronghold in the Crystal Rock Mountains to your west, near the Cold Fox tribe's village. Our servant who brought you this message has a device that will help you navigate your way here. If you are not here by the month's end, we will take that as a desire for hostilities and act appropriately. Coven of Storms.
And as you read that out loud, the goblin there pulls out a little item. 7 sticks of pyronite.
Nice.
Sorry, I had a phone call. What did the message say?
Wow.
You bastard.
I'm not repeating it.
Did it go? It didn't go.
Sorry, Glizik, you have to read it again. You can't just tell him.
Oh, I.
Does it start with behold? Is it just a cultural thing?
That's the goblin word for hello.
You actually missed it, Table.
Yeah, I did actually miss it.
I pasted it to general.
In Discord.
In Discord, yes.
That's not what it says, Glizik. You're lying.
I figured if I just posted it, it would again say in Goblin that you guys can't understand all the little squiggly lines.
That's what you should. That's what you should have done.
You just paste that one.
It's right here. Can't you read it?
Maybe you should learn some new language.
So by month's end, does it mean by tomorrow?
Tomorrow's the last day of the month.
You had to go to Hillsford, didn't you?
You had to throw some extra downtime in there, didn't you?
That guy showed up yesterday. That doesn't change much.
Did he? Are you sure?
He did. The other guy showed up 4 days ago. This one showed up 1 day.
Just because he got lost.
Do we have time to make it to there from here in a day?
You have no idea where it's at.
Well, I know the Cold Fox tribe is.
Only we had like a map or something.
If only.
Those don't exist though.
We fly west towards the mountains, then we'll have a shot at it.
If you did the map pop up?
Yes.
Yep.
North, just off the map, there's a little green dot there. That's where Glizik's village is.
Oh, so
Okay.
we made Glizik's village.
So 3 hexes.
That's a little over a day's travel for the airship.
Yeah, if you look at
We'll still make it in time.
it's not that far away by air.
If
Well,
this is the
back to
case,
the ship. We're leaving.
You guys said we should leave tonight with the goblin.
The goblin also steps forward and hands you an iron cube with some faint writing on it, Glizik.
What would I roll to try and recognize what this is?
And then he turns around and he starts leaving.
You can go back with us if you want. It's gonna be faster.
Let me see. What languages does Glizik speak? Or read?
Goblin, Acro, or Infernal, Primeval.
Roll me an occultism.
Is it it's my special ability for like things that are like divining or like oracle scrying type stuff?
Sure.
+2 if it is.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
It's from my background. Bam, 35. I'm happy with it.
You said it was an iron cube, right?
It looks like iron, yes.
Does that iron happen to be a little chilly?
You want to ask if it's cold iron? Everything's chilly. We're in the north. Okay. I got a button here that needs to be pressed. But does he say he wants to go with us, or he's on his own?
He already left. He's walking out the door.
Well, when he started walking, I asked him, "Do you want to just go with us and be quicker?"
He
So I
didn't
said,
even answer.
Okay.
He's a rude
right.
goblin.
There's a button here on the top of this cube thing, and it looks like it says "press to activate" in hag language or haglage.
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 Is that the device that'll help us find the place?
Sure hope so. He didn't give me anything else.
What do you think it does?
Maybe it's like a compass. It'll show us like which way we need to head towards the other place that we're going.
Any way any of you shamans can figure it out?
Well, that's what I just did. I figured it out. You just press the button, It says press to activate. Literally, those are the words on it.
But
I
what
hold
does
it up.
that
I show him.
activation do?
I show him the letters. Not that they make any sense to you, but I'm like, no, it's right here. See. I have no idea what it does, but I'm assuming it'll guide us there somehow.
And what if it teleports us there?
Can we take 10 minutes and investigate?
You
It's an
can.
hour per item, isn't it, right?
No, it's 10. It's 10 minutes.
Okay. Hey, Glizit, can I see that?
I hold it up so he can see it, but don't hand it over to him.
So Glizzik holds it up right in front of your face. That's pretty high for Glizzik.
Arm way above my head.
I grab it from him.
Make me a reflex save, Galgrim.
A reflex save?
Mm-hmm.
How dare you touch the hag item?
He's gonna touch the button.
You happy with a 31?
Yeah.
All right. You grab it out of his hands. I'm assuming you let it go, Glizzik.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta have that hand free to shank him when he turns
Okay.
around. Yeah.
And now
Right, you-
Calgrim eats it.
Yeah. I'll spend the 10 minutes messing with it.
I thought you couldn't use metal.
Nice. Nice.
And I walk away. Turn to my heel and I walk away.
Can't wear metal.
You push it, turns into an Iron Man suit. You lose your druid powers.
But you can fly. Hell yeah, it's worth it.
It's a soul-bound Iron Man suit, so I can't take it off ever.
Yep.
New archetype, engineer.
Yeah.
Actually, it's inventor, and they can make a suit of armor kind of like Iron Man a little bit.
Yeah, Rebecca's got an Iron Man suit.
Shh.
She hasn't had to use it yet.
I'm gonna hero point that.
All right. Anyone else doing anything during the 10 minutes?
I'll ask Lizik, is this sort of thing normal with your tribe?
Well, they're near my tribe. But the guy that they dealt with before was pretty offensive. We saw that when we interacted with them. They would probably be helpful to us in the future. These people who we're going to go visit, and it would be good for us to have strong allies up here, especially since we're getting started.
They seem to be under the impression that we are going to be held to the debt, to the issues that they had with with Jacob.
Just because you get a new president doesn't mean the war's not over.
No, it's more of a, I think, hey, the previous guy was a dick. We just want to make sure you're not being dicks also. Come on over and talk to us is what I got out of that.
Does your kind often speak of penises?
Your kind? Wow.
I'm not sure what you mean by that. I think they just didn't want to be disrespected, is what I was trying to say.
Any other idle chatter?
What do you think they mean by show them the honor they are due? Like, just going over there is enough, or are they expecting?
I think a nice visit over there with open hand type thing would be nice. I don't think they're expecting us to pledge fealty or anything.
I am familiar with the open hand technique.
Exactly. I show them my open palm to their face.
I'll see. I have the opposite mind. I think they very much expect to intimidate and cow us, but you're more familiar with the region, their kind, than I am, so it did not read kindly.
Well, I think it's because they were pissed. But at least they're responding to what I had set up around town for letters, hopefully. As a, hey, we like to parlay rather than just fight you.
What does this word mean? Placate.
Calm down.
Yeah, calm. I would go with calm.
Satisfy.
Make not angry.
Lop head off. Thus, not angry.
You're dead.
Placate rhymes with decapitate. See? No problem.
I think there's a few undead that actually defy that last line there, Fable.
Headless skeleton.
It does not seem to read as anything other than we're mad at you, we'll hear you out, but this sounds like someone whose mind will not be changed, but are going through the motions. For example, they gave a day for us to respond, or they would continue hostility. Imagine we'd not have a magical flying ship that stopped existing thousands of years ago. What then? Unless this book has that answer.
Well,
I may have that answer for you. So Klizik was slightly correct, and Kruger was slightly correct. It is attuned to a specific location, and when we activate it, it will teleport anybody close to it to whatever location that it's attuned to. So, assuming it's attuned to their, where they're at, this will just teleport us there. So, that's how they were expecting us to answer them within a day.
Sargon, that's just to me.
Yeah, I know. I didn't realize that. No, I didn't realize I was still in Goblin.
And now say that instead.
I was replying to Raz.
The button is sentient.
Well,
the cube knows things.
we have the evening to prepare. Tomorrow is the last day of the month,
Not my fault. You
Oh, well.
wasted time.
What's that?
Not
Not
my
his
fault.
fault,
You
we
wasted
wasted
time.
time.
You
Shut
wasted. You wasted 8 days.
He was
Dude didn't
just
get
here
here
today.
till what, yesterday? So it
Yesterday.
still would not have solved any. This would
Maybe.
not have been any different. Oh, we
Maybe.
probably would have showed up and left already.
Maybe.
I say we go
Right now.
right now.
I'm not against finding a way to resolve this mess Jacob left it for us. Well, you just maybe not walk in open armed.
Yes. You should bring gifts.
Close-fisted.
Business.
Attire.
Everyone
Suits.
dress nicely. Kruger, get a suit.
Get all 3 of the companies of our troops to stand really close to us when we press the button.
He has a gi. Well, you actually have 5 platoons now. I mean 6.
And we're gonna have a
And it teleports us into a 5 foot by 5 foot room. Enjoy.
Squick.
all this food issue when we get to our kingdom turn, but that's something for future us to worry about.
Yep.
Okay, I'm back.
Also,
Welcome back.
Wow. So we said all that stuff and discussed a bunch of stuff and you weren't even here.
I said
We
well,
fixed
well,
it.
well, the short version is Kruger, you need to get a suit like tonight.
He has a gi. Close enough.
No, not for this. Business.
That's how he does business. And business is good.
In his pajamas.
Yep.
I'm just saying, I woke up like this.
I'm not against meeting with them, but I'm not as excited about it as you are, Blizzard. Let's just leave it at that.
So you
Well, you don't-
actually recommending I get a suit?
No.
Okay.
I think he just wanted to be like, let's make a nice impression and dress nice.
I don't think we need to go in there open arms, willing to say whatever, do whatever they want.
Well, I'm not saying that either. I'm just saying at least they're hearing us out rather than just shooting us. You know what I mean?
Don't worry, you're well within range of their cruise missiles.
See what they have to say. One particular thing to keep in mind as well. We take this and go there. We're hiking back on foot. It may not be the longest trek we've made, but something to keep in mind. I won't assume they'll simply send us back.
We can always have the airship follow us tomorrow too, with the crew and Rebecca.
If we're being
To pick us
teleported,
up.
is it not difficult to be followed?
We could give them some loose coordinates to meet. Once we're done, travel a bit to the southeast, so to say. Meet up with
Just meet
them.
them at the edge of the mountains.
Aye. Expedite the return trip. But, GPS navigation, Bill. So, perhaps for the rest of the evening we prepare for our trip, go tomorrow. That gives us time to tell Rebecca and the crew to give them somewhere to meet us up northwest. And get the hobgoblins settled in and make sure nobody stabs anyone for mistaking them as an invading army. I'll take care of that. And probably point them to Galgrim after that point.
You should let Vandal know that no army should be permitted into the town that is not ours in our absence.
Aye.
Got it. If you're not back in 2 days, I'm in charge. Got it.
This is Thag all over again.
Alright. Well, if there's nothing else then, I'll catch up with him, pass on what we found out, give him his orders, and make my way over to Rebecca and let her know what's going on. Glizik, you're familiar-ish with the region, yes?
I lived in that village.
Would you know of a good place to send Rebecca and her crew?
Yeah, I mean, we can meet them at the Goblin Village. I can give you directions for that. It's right there in the mountain.
Perhaps I'm being
you know,
paranoid. We're not
north of the
particularly
river,
sure if we
you know.
we could be walking into a sticky situation. For all we
Are
know.
you kidding? It's us. We'll be fine.
Right.
You're basically gods.
We've
But
killed
then-
everything that's crossed us so far, have we not? Have we not? I mean, we haven't lost anybody along the way.
It'll be nice to fight more humanoid enemies.
It's like I'm itching to punch someone in the face, but all we keep getting are fucking dragons and sea serpents.
And fish people. He didn't even get to punch.
If we send the airship to the village, they can park 500 feet above it.
501 feet.
Yeah,
Right.
and then we can just, alert them by message when we get there, or whatever.
That is what we want. Then I'll pass that along to her so she can make a. It's gonna take what, a day to get up there, Zargan? Loosely.
At least a day.
That's also around where Belthor lives.
It's farther north.
In Targon, City of Splendors.
No, that's south of there.
Avalon South.
Right. Well, anything else to tell either Vandal or Rebecca before I head off?
I can think of nothing else but Zakara.
Yes.
Tell Ferris to be looking out for any more of their more hidden people.
Secrets. Intrigue.
Want him to take care of them or just inform you about them?
Inform me about them unless they begin to pose a threat to my kingdom or my people. And then they bring that upon themselves. And he may do with them what he will.
A captured spy is always a fun thing to play with.
At least 10 different times you could drink his brain.
Never looks good on the home nation.
If somebody gets Revivify, we can, or Restoration, we can do
Nope.
9 times Restoration him and then do it.
Nope.
I think you need to have. I think your body needs to be more or less intact for the lower end resurrections.
Yep, they do.
Yeah, no, we need the higher end Resurrection where you do it from like a finger.
Don't you have the resurrection ritual?
We do.
Yeah.
We just have to spend more money to cast it at a higher level.
You can cast it right now at a level 6 would be the highest rank you can cast it as.
See, once you have that, Zargan shouldn't have any quarrels about killing people.
You've had it for a while.
Uh-huh.
I thought sea snake. I thought for sure I was killing someone. I shouldn't have swallowed Raz.
I'm telling you, every time you get something to try to freaking kidnap me or eat me, it dies. I'm just pulling that out.
I know, but if I wouldn't have swallowed you, Glizzic probably would have died.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe. I had the tattoo that really helped too. Man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I preset its target, so it likes small morsels.
I'm in there trying to read a scroll of healing. I got one hand holding the scroll, another hand holding a little tiny produce flame I can see because there's no light there.
And then the scroll catches on fire. God damn it!
It starts beating it.
It's literally underwater and now I'm inside of something. How is this thing able to catch on fire?
Reaper, damn it! Reaper, damn it! All right. So you guys go off to talk to some people. There you go. One of you, I don't care who, other than Raz, because Raz already has doing stuff, learned that over the last what? See, that was 11, 13. Over the last 3 weeks since you've been gone, there has been no less than 4 goblins visiting town. They come, ask for you guys, wait a day or two, and when you don't show, they leave.
So they have been trying to get a hold of us before this last guy.
Yep.
Oh.
Trying to get a hold of us about our airship's extended warranty.
Exactly.
Something about the Radford Cube on board.
All right. I'll spend the rest of the evening. I'll go out and get Vandal orientated. Get the freaking people who are already here not freaking out about a bunch of hobgoblins showing
Yep.
up.
Okay.
Let him know loosely what's going on. We have business to take care of with some goblins to the northwest, and that Kruger does not want any, as obvious as it sounds, doesn't want any invading armies to come in while we're gone.
You mean they can't just open the gate and let them in?
Yeah, well,
What? Why not?
He specifically pointed out that something that was. He specifically pointed it out, so relaying.
All right, fine. But they're all going with you, right? It's the 2 guards from the Holy Grail. No, where are you going? We're coming with you. All right.
And I will brief up Rebecca, let them know what's going on, and that they'll be heading. Unless Glizzic pointed it out directly on a map, the best description I've got is the best description I've got, which is
You got a map?
He does.
in this area.
He does have
Got
a
it.
map.
So I assume Glizzic would have at least circled an area. I don't think it needs to be pinpoint,
Oh.
but
I don't know, write on your map, man, and mess it up. I would point to where it is.
use a piece of charcoal. You don't
And
think I
then
can fucking
and
get a
just
piece
wash
of
it off.
charcoal smudged off? Yeah, just wash it off.
Just throw it in the river, good as new.
Exactly.
It takes off marks, so
How rare these maps are. They are all made on waterproof vellum. Same shit those wizards use.
No, they're
all
not.
Their freaking spell books on. What the fuck, man? Give me
They're-
something.
They're watercolors.
Watercolors on rice paper.
Yep. Don't spill vinegar on it either, because it'll just disintegrate.
Dissolves in the rain on.
Yep.
I'll give her the rendezvous.
Okay.
We're heading out probably first thing tomorrow after people get their shit together.
All right.
And that's about it. Rest of the night, I'm going to be looking over this list of things that I should probably change if we might be getting into a tussle with some gobos, hags, and who the hell else knows what else is up there.
I just flipped a night's rest, so you guys can go ahead and get your spells and such ready.
Done.
Are you taking anyone else with you, other than the 5 of you or 6 of you? 5 of you, yeah, just 5.
We need our priestess.
Are you taking Kane with you?
Unless we wanted to take someone else.
Rebecca's taking the ship. Kane has the kid though. This might be bio talking more than anything else. I wouldn't want my kid anywhere near a bunch of hags. Just throwing that one out there.
The kid would probably not be coming along
Go
if
get me
she
a wet
does.
nurse.
Gotta teach them young.
Teach
Kill
them
'em.
young. What, to avoid hags so they'll get eaten as babies? Wait a second.
Well, I mean, if you take the hag with you, that's a bargaining chip. I mean,
The baby.
yeah, the baby. That's what I said. Just because you heard hag doesn't mean anything.
The changeling.
Why'd you cast spells, Glizzic?
Well, you cast that.
No, you did.
Six.
All right, let me know when. So you guys are taking the troll.
Yeah, why not? If we're getting something hairy, like Raz says, it'll be nice to have someone else.
I mean,
Not to heal,
she's level
but
10 and she has a few harm spells.
a 5th level harm spell.
By the way, she raised her charisma on her points too, so now she has four of them for free every day.
Ooh.
It's 1 plus your charisma
Strength
modifier.
arms.
Well, she rolls D10s as well because she took a feat.
Yeah. Clerics are busted.
Her harm does 5d10.
You want a theatrical mutagen today, Glizzic?
Are you gonna be doing the talking, or
I think this is your neck of the woods, and you probably know best how to talk to a hag, and they're probably the language they would prefer to talk to that I can't speak. Also, I probably wouldn't use a theatrical mutagen to have an actual conversation, since you kind of really need to keep moving around and not get negative effects.
Ah.
Just very exaggerated movements during your conversation.
Like when your arms become 15 feet long.
I am a robot.
So, at some point when we're friggin' done for the night and collecting together and basically passing the evening, Blizzard, the whole
Okay.
ice stick of your tribe and the hags and all of that, as we saw, not purely for show, but do they have a particular, what's the word, preference for keeping things nice and chilly? I'm trying to figure out which particular energy mutagen to prepare.
probably cold themed stuff? I would say.
And not
If
also
you're
big
talking
on
about
some-
resist to something.
Just checking. The cold was a given, sure, but I wasn't sure if they're perhaps, also big on, say, electric. Hence the storm bit.
Boogie.
Well, I mean, storm, wind, cold, that type of theming.
Let's see. Which one of you chucklefucks looks like they can't take a cone of cold in the face?
You guys
I mean,
don't have natural resistance.
Yeah,
to-
Blizzard's got resistance,
cold
so that
damage?
probably at least makes him not fall over too much by 5 hit points.
Oh yeah. You might want to take warm clothes for the mountains. It won't bother me that much, but you guys might want it. It is not toasty.
It is not.
They sell those in town.
What was that?
Bring extra fur.
Do they sell like warm clothes?
I believe so. Yes, winter clothing is a level 0 object, so yeah, they would have some in town.
Woo, we can get level 0 stuff. Woo.
Actually, I think you can get level 2 or 3 stuff. What was that?
It's like, ooh, level 2 or 3. Fancy winter clothing.
Roy, we might have an elixir for that, but it might be a tax. How cold are we talking? For example, hypothermia in general, even in warm clothing. Is that the thing?
It gets down to about 2 kilos at night.
Nice. Have a hero point, Glizzic.
Huzzah!
Are we talking like, mechanically speaking, is this going to be an environment that could be constituted as like severe cold?
I maintain eye contact with Raz. I hold up my arm. I take off my glove, It is 90% blackened with frostbite. And
Okay.
you do the math.
Right.
And then put the
We're
glove
getting
back
stuck
on.
under an avalanche.
All
right?
right.
It's just a
Standard
day-to-day life.
temperature, like north of you guys, it's not super cold. It's not like, Alaska. But being how you're going to be several thousand feet up in the mountains, it'll probably be at least on a normal day, probably could be a normal or severe cold. Because there's only severe, and then there's, I think, what is it, extreme?
Extreme. Yeah.
No.
When you're apparently going to kick a freaking white dragon in the nads or something.
Possibly.
And for my racial, it lowers me one category. In addition to my frost damage
Plus your-
resistance, it makes it one better towards normal.
There is severe, extreme, and incredible in that order of
Ah.
severity.
So on a normal day, it's a cross between normal and severe. But during like bad storms and stuff, it would definitely get to extreme or worse. Glizzy could tell you that people, goblins have frozen solid up there if they got caught out in a storm.
Low birth.
Then they ate them.
5 people total.
6.
You hear me, Sargon?
I heard you.
Trap.
If you
6 people,
if you
right.
take Kane, there'll be 6 people.
and my pets.
And his pets, and your
Who the fuck
snick.
cares? You have a bear.
Bears don't get resistance to cold.
Yeah. What the
He's not
fuck
a
is the
polar
point of
bear.
that? All that fucking fur.
He's not a polar bear. That is correct. She is not a polar bear.
She's not a polar bear.
We'll buy her a pole then.
Nice.
Alright, fucking 8 of these goddamn elixirs then. Jesus.
Private dancer.
8? Why 8? Oh, 2, because he has 2 pets?
Yeah, because it's 2 each per reagent.
Hey, I don't think I need that speaky potion. I think you need it for the other stuff today.
As long as you keep Mr. Snake on a person bio, you don't have to worry about him.
Maeve doesn't have any flesh or muscle to freeze. Do I have to be worried about her bone?
Correct.
Okay,
But
so cold weather gear only works for mild and severe cold. In extreme cold, it knocks it down to severe cold, and in incredible cold, it knocks it down to extreme cold.
so it negates 1.
So it essentially negates 1 tier of damage.
Yep. And it's a whopping 4 silver pieces each.
Oh, which I probably should get some.
What's the bulk on it?
1. Oh, it's no L, so 0.1.
Oh, all right, that's fine.
I marked off enough silver for both myself and Kane.
Okay, well good, because she doesn't have any fucking money.
I don't think she has like a platinum on her sheet.
Does she?
How much
Oh
silver?
no.
2 or 3?
Oh, never mind. I think I was looking at the item value, maybe.
Or-
Yeah, item value's on the left because of that magical weapon you gave her. It's 4 silver per outfit.
Do I need to buy something special for like the bird so it can still fly? Or the bear to cover enough?
The wings freeze open.
Spend 8 silver for the bear, Galgrim.
Okay.
Just basically, he's just big, and they can make something. Just need more material.
Just needs, basically two outfits worth.
So
Yep.
it looks like, the clothes negate, at least severe. It would negate the damage, but not the fatigue.
You sure you want to take the bird, Galgrim?
I mean, to be 100% honest, probably not if we know we're going into extreme cold.
He's not going to be riding any
Yeah.
warm air currents.
Yeah.
I mean, we're assuming severe cold, not extreme.
Even at that, he's probably not very useful up there.
Nope. I would probably just leave him home.
Yeah, he can stay home and keep an eye on things for me.
Yep. All right.
Zargan, I'd like to get clothes for me and the baby.
Baby's not going.
Yeah, I can keep the baby's going to stay with the bird.
Yeah.
I'll trust the bird, but not the inside.
Well, yeah.
Just kid grew up really liking to have all of their food blended up into a mold.
Regurgitated to him.
Vomited in your mouth.
Excellent.
All my fake sausage experiments are left for the bird to eat while we're gone, and that's what she's gonna feed the kid.
That's fine.
I can turn into a white dragon too for a little bit if I need to. We have to shoot shit.
You can. How long's that last?
That's the reason you
minute.
want to turn into a white dragon, because you're
Oh,
cold.
1 minute. Dragon's only 1 minute. Yeah.
This is nice, and I'm done.
It's like, and doesn't realize Kona colds us with the breath weapon.
Or he does realize that he just did that.
Yeah. By the way, Fable. When we fight, I'm gonna let you pick which dragon I'm gonna be.
I don't care.
Very.
He can't. No, that's his normal form. He
I'll
doesn't.
basically just tell you to pick a color.
Wow, so racist.
I am triggered. Fine, heliotrope. That's
Fluorescent pink.
Let's see. I'm gonna get rid of theatrical today because currently I'm sitting on 1 spare reagent, and that's a little low.
Kruga, I found your new outfit.
Oh.
David Bowie, Labyrinth.
Did it show up?
Interesting.
Nice.
Tearaway clothing for when Kruga strips.
See, I'm figuring it's like a Clark Kent into Superman type thing going on there.
It could be, but, it's multitask.
It's gonna go right with the vigilante archetype.
Vigilante.
Pretty sure I have that on my list of funny things to pick up for Galgrim at some point.
There you go.
You tear it away, it's another set of the same clothes underneath.
Okay, so who says they don't want an elixir for the cold?
Yeah, I did. I had it on there.
Anyways, so I am buying for myself then, I guess. Not...
Well, if we don't need... Glizzik said you don't need one because you automatically reduce it by 1 severity, right?
But if I have the extra clothing, it'll take it on another notch, right?
What's that?
So if have
I
clothing
don't
for
think...
6,
I don't know. I'd have to look.
because normally I'm all bundled up even in the hot places down here still.
Yeah.
With all the robes and the hats and stuff like that, so... I shouldn't need the potion, though.
Okay. Wasn't there one other person who said they didn't really need it?
Maeve.
I was thinking like Galgrim, but
No, I'm the opposite. I'm. If we were going into somewhere hot, I would be good.
Hot, hot, hot.
See, I'm Elsa. He's Anna with warm tropical powers.
Yeah, I basically have the same thing for Zargan. Mine says you can treat it as if it were 1 step less for my ability for the environmental thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know why you wouldn't be able to wear the clothing that does what it does, because the clothing specifically says, from extreme to severe.
Yeah, I mean, most likely, but I want to double check a few things. I'm not going to make a ruling right now, but if I had to say, probably about 80-90%, yes.
Yeah,
keep in mind
I
the
would
clothes
like
are
to
only
80...
the clothes are only protecting you from taking damage. They do nothing against the fatigue effect.
Yeah, it says in there, like, it's negating damage or reducing the damage. Your abilities are saying that you are treating an entire thing as 1 level more to whatever's better for you. So it seems like it's separate effects.
Well, yes and no. If they stack, they don't stack like exactly the same.
What I'm seeing here, though, is the fatigue is the same for severe as it is for mild, or even extreme for that matter. So if everyone had warm clothing, they're negating the damage. The fatigue time won't change anyway. These elixirs won't even matter because they're only the lesser version. So they're just Winter Wolf elixirs. They're just basically you ignore severe cold, which if you have warm clothing, you're already ignoring the damage. And even if we're ignoring extreme or severe cold, we're still at a 4-hour fatigue time. Because mild cold is 4-hour fatigue time. So may not even need these. So long as everyone gets warm clothing.
I mean, it's 4 silver. It's probably still good to just pick it up.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that.
On the boat, we're not using it.
I get 2 sets of clothing.
Okay.
I took the 4 silver.
I took the 12 silver.
Yep.
Start dressing up Barney in its bear skin. Winter clothes. Jump in a barrel.
Just let me know when you guys are ready.
I'm ready.
You have your spells ready?
Mm-hmm.
So I can't recall if we've already done this before, but do we know what type of creature hags generally are? Like, I feel like I just asked Blizzard on this one. Like, are they Fey, Aberration, Fungus?
They're more Fey, I think. I believe.
Can we do like a recall knowledge there, Zargan?
You can. What do you...
Oh,
What's your question?
I'm trying to recall what type of creature hags are. Like Fey, Aberration, that sort of thing. That's the big one for me.
Mystic, are you taking no direction?
Yeah, he's always lost.
I don't have it because of how much other survival shit I have.
For your cantrips?
Yeah, I have so much stuff in survival and feats around survival that I don't.
Okay, you don't think it's necessary. I'm with you.
I haven't taken it because I don't think it's necessary. It doesn't mean it doesn't help, but
No worries.
I use my cantrips. Most of my cantrips are elemental based, so I can trigger my geomancy for the 3 seconds that it's actually applicable for something.
Okay, no worries.
I should probably look at.
Every session, the order you guys are in at the top changes.
We all got in.
Is it alphabetical now? Oh, I think it is. It wasn't before. I don't know. I think it's alphabetical now. That's nice.
was wondering why when we logged into it, it wasn't a thing where your familiar was next to you or whatever, because you logged in right with it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I think it used to be that they would be.
Right.
Well, that's good for me because then I can just kind of go up. It's easier, quicker for me to find you guys up top and open your sheets, or or kill you. All right. Anything else you wish to do while you're preparing spells in the morning?
I think I got what I'm preparing. So let me count.
You got your spells ready, Glizik?
Yep, I said me ready earlier.
I'm messing with it.
Oh, who was gonna make Kane's holy symbol? Who was doing that? I believe Zakara has an extra day, right? You had a day when you weren't doing nothing. The very last day of the trip, you were free, right?
Correct.
Go ahead and roll me a crafting check. I just remember that we're gonna turn that silver locket from the party loot into her holy symbol.
Sure,
I would ask you if you were happy, but I believe you spent your thing, your hero point.
Did I get another one from Recap?
Oh yeah.
I'm happy with this.
I don't know if this will go to her or not, because she's not on the character list. Nope, it does not. Okay. So you can only put people's names, and it'll automatically give it to you if they're on the party list. But I can do that. Ooh, those are fancy dice.
Dice color. Try to make it count on bone with blood.
Those are fancy dice.
For the text. Yeah.
Galgrim's over there casting spells. Alright, as soon as Galgrim says he's ready and I get Raz's list, we will be ready to move on.
Okay, familiar ability set as well too.
Okay, sending it to you.
On your abilities there for Maeve, Glizik,
Yep.
the spell battery one you have picked,
Yep.
that's max at level 3.
Oh,
Not-
it went up because I went up for casting.
Exactly, yeah. Well, I mean, just so you know.
I will tweak.
can you put another one in there, or do I need to up it?
I think if I just learn another one, it should be fine.
Yeah, it'll just show like 4 of 3 or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So I gotta take away a 2 and add a 3.
All right, folks. Alchemical list is up. Look for your name. Add that shit. That's what you got to play with today.
How many extras you got there, Raz? Oh, I didn't. Okay, never mind. I see at the bottom. I didn't scroll down enough.
Every time I add a spell to my list, it changes it back over to standard. So I go to check off one of the spells that I don't need, and it's like, you want to cast this? Okay, I think I'm good.
Okay.
Where are the spells for my staff again?
Activities.
They're all loaded in there for you, probably like mine.
Putting Dracart in my necklace.
Quicksilver in mine.
If you click on the item itself and the activities mystic, it lists them in what they are at the bottom, and then the buttons are directly in order for them.
Gotcha. So that means the tattoo's in here too. Okay.
Yep, under tattoo.
I'm gonna have Nether hang out with Kruga.
Okay.
And I'm
I'll
gonna
keep
have
you warm, buddy.
and I'm gonna have Nether hang on to Kruga's numbing tonic. Got to change that before I put that there. That's the only difference. So it's still with Kruga, technically, but Nether's holding on to it.
Gotcha. By the way, Glizzik, you're the only one who has this actual spell. Your Bless spell has been modified. It now puts off an aura. So it'll automatically apply the +1 attack to people who are within range of you.
So I don't have to on and off again or whatever like that.
You don't have to target people, right.
Nice.
It starts at 5 foot, and then if you spend your action to increase it, we have to manually increase it to 10. But then it'll automatically go out 10 feet and give it to all the allies, just like Kruga's fear thing does.
Cool.
Does that work with mine? Because I got the same tattoo.
His is not a tattoo. All the tattoos have had that, but his is the spell itself. I noticed last time the spell itself did not have that.
Gotcha.
And then when I checked all the tattoos, they were already set up that way.
It's part of my rune scarred archetype. The
Yep.
tattoos that go. The message, the bless, the hypercognition, and the blistering invectives, which I don't see. I do not see it. Oh,
I see it.
Check itself. I got it now. I went to preparation tab. It was there. It just didn't have
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Right.
Those may not come back when we do the rest.
Yeah, it did.
No,
I think
they should. Alright.
if you do the rest again, will it show my spells correctly?
I don't know. Well, if you're looking at the thing like 0, 1, those are if you look, your cantrips are prepared, but the spells are cast. So you have not cast any of your spells on that.
Right, I'm looking
It's
at the stuff for,
backwards.
like the second level spells where it's cast 0-3, prepared 3-4. You know, because I went from second to third for the spell battery thing. So I've got 6 third level spells between the ring and the familiar.
Yes, Zakara, I'll be giving you those Bane ammunitions. It's just a regular old arrow, but it has a little bit of extra kick for fey creatures.
I think it's counting the one from. I don't know where it's counting the other one from.
I don't know why it says 3 or 4 is my question.
Yeah,
Because I
me
yanked
neither.
one out, so maybe just until it cycles through again, it'll show that way.
It's weird.
No biggie.
Does something
Three
give
of
you an
those.
extra second level?
The spell battery did. So I'm saying I took it off, and after you did the overnight rest, I took it off. So that's why it's 0-3 now instead of 0-4.
Gotcha. Oh,
And
yeah.
Be like, hey, you're missing one, just so you know. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't need it anymore.
There you go.
So that's gone now. Thank you.
I just fixed it. All right, is everyone ready to do whatever you're doing? You all set, Galgrim? You said yes, right?
Yep.
All right, you guys give your orders, prepare your stuff, gather back into your fancy house.
Huddle up and I'll press the button.
The entire town huddles around Glizzic.
That's how we sleep for warmth.
All
That's
150 soldiers gather around.
It's like a Congo.
180.
Well, we gotta leave some at home.
You don't have to. All right, you guys gather around the Glizzic. Is that a yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
nice, Glizzic.
I make Maeve do it. No, I'm kidding. I still had her selection from before when I was doing
All right. As you guys gather around, Glizzic pulls out the iron cube, kind of looks it over, and presses the one side.
I am Iron Man. Click.
As soon as you press it, Glizzic, it begins to glow and floats up out of your hand. Floats up
I've seen
about
Hellraiser.
It floats up about a foot above everyone's head. Well, a foot over like Kane's and Kruger's head, a little bit higher for the rest of you.
I'm gonna have to scan a bunch of stuff, aren't I?
Don't damage that servo skull.
And then there's a bright flash of light.
You were all blinded. Roll it.
As 17 hags teleport in and you're all blinded. I didn't think of that. I should have.
Hellraiser.
I never really
Interesting.
watched it.
Children and pastries. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I've seen Hellraiser. I know what the cube's doing. No problem. It's a puzzle cube.
All right.
You just opened the box.
You guys have teleported before, so you know the feeling. You're like your stomach kind of flops out for a moment, it comes back. You know the whole like roller coaster effect, and you feel yourself move, and then you reappear somewhere else. As your eyes recover from the flash of light, you know you've been teleported somewhere, but where? As your vision slowly comes back, the first thing you notice is that you now stand in a dimly lit, roughly hewn cave. Once natural, but definitely crudely expanded to its current size. Looking around, you notice a single figure sitting in a nice, comfortable chair about 10 feet from you, putting down a book on a stand next to them. They look up and take you all in as you do the same to her. She stands about 5.5 foot tall, is dressed in shades of blue, has white, ice-like hair down around her face, and holds a staff of ice in one hand.
Mommy?
Mom.
that actually your mom?
You don't know. But if you asked me about my backstory or told me about yours,
I thought
And
for a second
and she
both
speaks.
Blizzic-
Fuck you people who don't speak languages.
So me?
Whoever.
she speaks in Aklo only to me.
Yeah, just wait until I pick up Tongue of Sun and Moon. Fuck you.
He can punch in different languages.
Mm-hmm.
Type with more than 2 fingers, Naughty.
I'm just hunting pecking with 2 hands.
I know you are, so I'm saying use more than 2 fingers.
I am. I'm using 2 fingers and 2 thumbs.
Ooh, you're getting quick now.
I'm a hunting pecker.
I am not even commenting on
I
that.
hardly know her.
Oh.
What? I'm going to talk to her in our language.
That's even more nonsensical than the last language that was spoken.
One just looks like Glizzic just slammed his face into a keyboard.
Kind of sounds like it too.
She was speaking in one language. Glizzic replied in a different language. And so now they're both speaking in that separate, different language.
In his head, he's speaking in tongues. Get her.
They are speaking in with their tongue. You uneducated peasants. Learn some languages.
I know 3.
I know.
That's
4.
2 more than like 99% of Americans.
I'm not sure if most Americans even know English.
Malcolm gets hit with a 9th level harm spell.
So her and Glizzic talk for a moment. And then she looks up at the rest of you, almost forgetting that you were there. Oh, excuse us. It was nice catching up with my son. But I believe we have business to conduct. It appears your predecessor offended the Coven of Storms, and they are prepared to attack your small town and wipe you all out. I have spoken with them briefly, and they are willing to seek a peaceful resolution, should you perform a favor for them. The Coven has an enemy for which they cannot move against. Should you remove this enemy, the Coven will rescind the declaration of war. Is that what you say, Glizzic?
Yeah. Mom, just the guys. I said that when I said back in Common, which is why I wasn't no Spider's line.
And who are you?
I am Bellatrix.
Are you a member of this coven?
Yes, but I am not part of the ruling council. And to be honest, just from looking at you and what I know, if the Coven attacks you, I do not think any of you will survive. They are powerful and have powerful magic.
If they're so powerful, why is there an enemy that they cannot defeat?
Not defeat. I didn't say they couldn't defeat it. I said they could not move against them. There are agreements that are much older than you that prevent it. So are you interested in doing them a service to save your budding kingdom?
Well, you would think more details would be necessary. You're asking us to move against someone. And how are we to know who we move against could not do the same that you claim the Coven could do?
Well, if you move against them and defeat them, they will not be around to threaten you. The Coven wishes you to travel deep into the Crystal Rock Mountains and defeat Nakritis, the so-called Queen of the Mountain, and her mate, Zanger, the Frozen Terror.
See, sounds easy, sounds fine.
They are both powerful creatures and should not be underestimated.
What kind of creatures?
Believe they are hags. But they like to change shape, so it is hard to tell what their true forms are.
I thought you were about to slap us with the mated pair of white dragons
That's what I was expecting too.
on that revenge
No,
encounter.
it's not white. They're in a dormant volcano, so they're red.
As long as we
Oh,
all
I know.
stay together, we'll be fine.
Got it. Miss it quick. Grab
was
Zakara
okay.
and run off.
So, the short of it is, the Coven of Storms can't move against this other coven. They no longer wish to be in deal or relation with, but their word and honor prevents them from moving against them.
Exactly. A previous
Party
agreement
to it.
forbids them.
Is not sending us after them moving against them.
No, you are outsiders.
We think this is one of those tricky loopholes folks like to use to get out of deals. But with more murder.
Seems about the same amount of murder as any other political arrangement I've seen.
Kind of hear a point. As you
Okay.
keep closing.
Any input here, Glizzic? You know more about the subject matter than most.
Give us one moment. Nice.
Consistency. That
The
is key.
curse continues.
I can't really add more information to the discussion about those particular people that we'd be going against. I'm sure we'll have, and I look at my mom, directions or something to help us find out where to go to take them on. Do we need to visit the Coven to tell them that we're gonna go do this favor, or do we just go do it so they can have plausible deniability?
I am brokering this deal for you with them. I do not wish to see my son killed. And I know of their issue with this, so I approached the few quietly and made some discreet inquiries. And although it was not said directly, I know this is what they want.
Okay.
As for travel, I can get you near their lair. But once there, you'll be completely on your own.
Do you have any information about this particular coven? Specifically what we may be walking into?
Other than we believe they are winter hags, but fairly powerful and able to change shape at will.
They're druids.
No surrounding civilization, township that they lord over?
No, I mean they have minions, but there's no towns or anything of the such.
Relatively isolated then.
Yes, they live in a cave complex that they have taken for their own. Not much unlike the Coven of Storms. Tango!
And if we do accomplish this, then there will be a cease in hostilities.
Correct. Possibly,
what about-
possibly even other advantages.
I'm gonna fuck Glizik's mom.
It's just a glamour spell waiting to find what she really looks like.
By the way, I would like all of you to roll me a will save. You don't have to, Glizik.
So she's not trying to seduce her son? It's probably a good thing.
It's already affected.
From birth, duh.
I breastfed off that. What are you talking about? I've been.
Nasty.
You think so, huh? It's like milkshakes coming out of that bitch.
It does bring all the boys to the yard.
Why didn't we get 2 hero points today?
I did.
Because you didn't answer your question.
So would this be considered a mental spell or effect?
Yes.
I only ask because of a feature.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna make your life a lot harder by using Skeptic's Defense.
Okay. What's that do? I kind of remember what it is, but I don't.
You don't believe in any mental twaddle, and you're certainly not afraid of it. You scoff and verbally refute the triggering effect, attempting a counteract check using your intimidation modifier with a counteract level of half your level, rounded up, so 6. If you succeed, you ignore the triggering effect, though any other creatures are on their fucking own.
Okay.
If the source of the effect you counteracted understands your language and has an intelligence modifier of -3 or higher, they become stupefied for a round.
Oh, nice. All right, go ahead and
That's
roll.
only if I'm successful.
Also, if I succeeded, it's a crit success automatically.
Same though, I doubt it.
37. I'm still a little fuzzy on how counteract.
Yep, I gotta look it up again.
Yeah. I don't know if this is just in case we needed a roll. There it is, but otherwise, if you just need my bonus, it's a 23.
What was the +6 that you got to add to the roll?
Using your
For your level,
intimidation modifier with a counteract level of half your level rounded up. So I assume it like based on the.
Oh,
level.
okay, so based on level of the spell, it'll go
Yeah,
up or
like
down.
level
Okay.
of the effect would have like modifiers or whatever.
Is that what you roll? Intimidation?
That's what it says.
Okay.
You use your intimidation modifier, and the counteract level is 6.
All right.
This is like the second time I've ever used it. The first time was on Glizik.
I have no recollection of that happening.
Yeah, you were stupefied.
You say. I don't remember it happening.
So basically, it'll counteract a base level 6 thing. Depends on what your roll is. It may be higher or less. Because basically, it's a level 6 counteract, and depends on what you roll. If it's a critical success, it goes up to level 9. If it's success, it's no more than one level higher, so that'd be level 7. If you fail, it still counteracts if it's less than 6. And a crit fail is a direct fail. So even a failure isn't necessarily bad.
Right. If I understand it correctly, if it's a success, I could counteract
A level 7.
like, a 7th level spell.
Correct.
Perfect.
Yep. Alright.
Okay.
That is not overall a success.
Okay. That's it. Like, she only gets stupefied
Yep.
if it's successful.
Correct.
I imagine it's probably some sort of feedback of it not working whatsoever, not in the way they would imagine.
Yep. Alright. Let's see.
I just wanted to use it because
Oh, I understand.
qualified.
Yep. Alright. Galgrim and Kruga.
So do I
Welcome to
still,
Thraldom.
so do I still make the check then? Or the save, rather? Because this is a reaction to it.
Yes. No, you already did. You already rolled this. Oh, you haven't rolled the save.
No, I haven't rolled the save.
Yeah, you still have to roll the save because you did not counteract it.
Yep, that's going to fail. Probably even crit fail.
Welcome to Thraldom. Population U.
Hey, it's my weakest save. Skeptic's defense was just an extra layer of defense. That's the whole reason I picked it up. And I needed one more thing out of Dandy. AFK a minute, but I can still hear. It is naughty.
I said by the artwork, that's what it looks like.
There you go. Alright. IMs have been sent.
Got it.
Hey, Zargan.
Yes?
When we're done with all of this, I know it's getting close to the end of playtime. I still would like to see if there's any other aid that I can maybe persuade her to give us. And then kind of fill around on what we've been up to as far as exploits to be impressive.
Gotcha. Aid as in on this mission or afterwards?
I would say more specifically on this mission, if there's some sort of other boon or help or item or whatever that she might be able to provide, but just kind of be holding back at this point.
Gotcha.
Yep. Oh, I don't want to tell her about the baby. I made a deal to get a baby. Here's a brown mom. That's a good question, Zakar.
There you go. I was going to spell it, but then I was going to put it in the chat, but I already have this ready to just pop in there with a single button.
That's even better.
Exactly. I know I said it in a different order, but no such thing as advantage, Galgrim.
I thought it was funny.
Oh, I know.
There's effects that are like advantage.
There are.
Oh, I asked him if I have advantage on the wheel save because I don't trust Blizzic. Yeah, this is his mom.
But yeah, but to be honest, this effect would have took place as soon as you guys saw her, and you didn't know she was his mom at that time.
That's fair.
I just forgot about it. but it may affect your decisions here, so I want to make sure I put it into effect. And worked pretty good, actually.
Sounds like doing this may net us some powerful allies.
Yeah, I don't see a reason not to. Gets rid of a problem, gives us some allies, and
Bow chicka bow wow.
Don't you, bow mom? What are you talking about?
Kruger just wants laid again.
She's a wilf.
Any other thoughts?
Actually, she be a hilf.
No, she's a witch.
She's a hag.
I see no issue with it. We have some who are ready to move against us and have the power to do so. On the other hand, we can avoid that by dealing with hags somewhere else. Either way, we have to deal with it, but at least this way we have allies.
You all helped me with my village. Certainly don't mind helping Blizzard with family.
And then it sounds like we shall do this.
Excellent.
I do have a condition before we go, though.
I'm listening.
We have a flying vessel who will be here in about a day's time, named the Usurper's Reward. It should not come into any harm while it is in the air. It awaits a signal for us to come back.
Where did you send this airship?
I'll kind of look over to like Raz and Glizik.
Box Village,
Ah,
just to pick us up on our return trip, but they'll wait there for a while, I'm sure.
no one there will harm it, but I cannot promise creatures in the area may. Not many creatures, if it flies, will be able to reach it, but there are a few that fly.
They're not totally helpless. You know, they can defend themselves a little bit, but
well,
we just,
then,
yeah.
Then they should be fine.
Is that good enough for them?
The Kruger?
As long as the creatures are not sent by anyone on your side, then they should be able to deal with it on their own.
They would not be. Unless, of course, you fail, then an airship would be a mighty prize. Thank you for bringing it.
We won't fail.
Do not concern myself with failure.
She kind of steps down off her little chair and kind of comes down by you, Kruger. Like runs your arm like up your, muscles that, oh, I bet you don't. Everyone else notices Kane give Kruger a mean fucking look.
As a player, I say I always finish, but Kruger would never say that.
You're not a player. You've been played.
I'm saying, like, as a player, like, as the person playing the character.
Gotcha. Alright, I think we will stop it right here.
Can I get that persuade roll for extra help? For the
Yeah, if you want to roll that now, sure.
Sure. Some sort of boon.
You want a bone? Here. Take this. That's my leg bone.
What skill would you like for it? There's no persuasion.
No, there is diplomacy, I believe.
Yeah, which I am not trained in, but I will try.
Alright. How many hero points you got?
2, because I made you laugh at the 2 kilo joke.
I thought you already spent one earlier.
I spent one, but this is my second one.
Oh,
Hey.
I meant like way earlier.
I know. I have a hard enough time clicking it. Trust me, you'll know when I spend them. 19's not horrible for untrained.
All right, I wrote it down.
Cool.
And we will end it here. Probably next week, we will pick up with you guys getting ready and her sending you off to deal with the Queen of the Mountain.
Whitney Houston's Queen of the Night in my head now, thanks.
Excellent.